style. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions, the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition, Ringo TV Raw. What we're going to talk about this morning is the subject of when you take away the money, you begin to see God. That's right. We're going to talk about that right now because it's one of them kind of topics that we don't even think about it. Many of us are guilty of being distracted. And it seems like the only time we really can see God is when the money ain't there. When everything is going good, we don't care about God. But now here's the thing. When everything is going good, we put on this image of I'm blessed, I'm happy, praise the Lord, I'm just enjoying the blessings that God gave me. But the truth of the matter, the God that you're actually praising is the God of mammon. Yeah. What's going on to everybody in the chat? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? We in the building, man. I haven't been on this channel in probably 10 months, but I'm gonna bring all my channels back to life. All of them. We getting down to work. We're gonna go mad hard, putting in mad work, mad content. I'm not playing. So we're gonna do this thing right. And we're gonna deal with the real topics, dealing with real issues, things that we need to discuss so that we can pretty much think. The Most High gave me this particular topic. He gave me this topic to talk about because when you take away the money, you begin to see God. Now, if you follow the Ringo TV Reactions channel, you would know that I recently got demonetized, right? Which is a difficult thing because that means you don't make no money. So basically, I'm homeless, all right? At the same time, you begin to think, you begin to consider, you begin to reflect. And you kind of look at all the different things you achieved. But most importantly, you begin to see God. And the interesting thing about that is I'm trying to use my experience in hopes to make you see God without having to lose it all. We all go through losses. We all have issues that happen that set us back. But it seemed like when you pull the money and you have nothing else, your eyes open up. because you need help. And you realize that nobody else can help you. You might have people that might support you, but what I'm talking about here is deeper than just monetary. What I'm trying to show you is that we have gotten so accustomed to materials. Now, don't listen to me. You got to listen carefully now. We need money to survive, right? We need materials. Like, if we didn't need materials, I wouldn't have a studio. I wouldn't have equipment. I have literally all the equipment to do the job. At the same time, this is deeper than just the materials. This is deeper than just the equipment. This is about when you pull the plug on your source of where you are able to gain any sort of financial backing. It opens your eyes. You start to see God for who he really is. And it's sort of like when you're at the 9 to 5. I remember when I was at the 9 to 5, I enjoyed my job. I enjoyed my job a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of them guys that I enjoyed what I did. Those of you who don't know, I'll just tell you my whole story because I want this particular video to really hit home so that if you find yourself in a similar situation, you're able to walk through the fire and know how to overcome. Now, again, if you're joining in the stream, be sure to click the like button. Haven't been on this channel in 8 months, so it's most likely dead. So I'm trying to bring it back to life. And in order to bring it back to life, I have to speak life. My story is very interesting. If those of you who've been following me from way back when I used to make videos in the basement, back then, I worked for a company called NYCHA. That's right. A company called NYCHA, New York City Housing Authority. I remember when I got my first job. It was an awesome day. I ain't gonna lie. And the way I got that job, it was a caretaker. Those of you who are from New York, live in the projects or housing complex, you see the guys that be cleaning up outside the building, those are called caretakers. I got much respect for the caretakers because I came from there. I was a caretaker for about 5 years, I believe. And I remember before I got that job, I pretty much was doing kitchen remodeling, pretty much working for myself for many years, literally independent, doing kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling, skilled trades type work. I could do that stuff very good. I could take your whole kitchen and turn it into a masterpiece. I could turn any room in your house into the most peaceful area ever. But the thing is, with that particular gig that I had to travel. I had to bring a lot of equipment, tools. I would have to go to Home Depot, Lowe's to get supplies because whoever gave me the job of kitchen, this and that, I would tell them, look, this is what it's going to cost. This is how much you have to pay me. This is for the materials. Boom, boom, boom. I went out and did all this extra work, but I couldn't keep up with it. It was very demanding doing that by yourself. Very demanding. Right? And then no shade at any Mexicans or whatever the case is. At the same time, they stick together. And in this situation, especially back then when I had did that, they used to be outside of Home Depot with their vans, not just vans, I'm talking about trucks. And we're not talking about U-Haul trucks. These guys own their own truck. And it would be like a good 10 guys in that truck. So my situation, I had to work with some other guy or my brother or whatever the case is. And it's like the jobs that I would do that would cost a certain amount. Let's say, for example, a little ballpark figure. If I'm doing your bathroom, I'm talking about remodeling your whole bathroom, right? You're looking at about 5 to 7K right there off the top with the kind of work that I'm doing. Installing a new tub, toilet, sink, you know, putting tiles on your bathroom walls, ripping the whole thing, gutting it out, doing all of that extra work, doing your floor, me by myself, yeah. And what would happen is it got really rough because all of the gigs was getting taken. Because I used to have my business cards and I would be handing them out. And a lot of my work came from Caucasian people, believe it or not, which was another thing that I had an issue with because brothers that had houses wouldn't even give me the time of day. They didn't even give me an opportunity to shine, nothing. It's like, I'd be like, look, bro, here's my videos, here's my photo album. This is what I do, bro. I do this kind of work with my hands. They wouldn't give me no shot. So I used to go to Bensonhurst and out in Fort Hamilton. They used to give me gigs. Mostly all my jobs was kitchen remodeling. I love doing kitchen remodeling. Fun job to do kitchen remodeling. I love doing the before and after shots of the whole place. And to see the customers smile when they see the before picture and then they see the after. Sometimes I could take a kitchen, remodel it, and make your kitchen look bigger than what it was because it's all about placement of where the cabinets is, where the refrigerator is going to be. And if you situate it the right way, you know, you can move things around. Like you could put your stove on another side, you could put things different place, and you can make a kitchen appear roomy where you could put a table. You know what I mean? So it was fun. But what happened was the Mexicans stuck together. The prices that I would charge, they would charge half or less for 10 guys, and they would split that between themselves. So what do you think happened? What do you think eventually happened? Everything went downhill. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it like, look, I gotta eat, so I'm not gonna shortchange myself with my skills. And this is something that, and again, if you're Mexican, no offense, but a lot of times they'll do a job, and I ain't gonna say they don't do the job. Mexicans work. Mexicans work. They work. They work. The thing about them is they stick together. They stick together like glue. So for them, it's not even all about how much money they getting. For them, it's all about as long as their brother eat, as long as he got a meal for the week. You know what I'm saying? So for them, it was like, look, we charging this price. And I remember I walked over there and I asked them, I was like, let me ask you guys a question, because it looked like we doing the same type of stuff. We over here hustling, trying to see if we could get a gig. Because I used to just sit out in front of Home Depot and just wait there. Matter of fact, if you from New York, you go to any Home Depot right now, you'll see the guys outside. That's all they do. That's how they eat. They sit right there. You need a delivery. You need a carpenter. You need what do you need? Here's our business card. They be out there hustling. So I asked these guys, I was like, how much you guys charge for this and charge for that? When they told me their prices, I'm like, damn, how in the world am I gonna eat if I'm charging what I'm charging? You know? Because, you know, as a contractor, and I'm not licensed or anything, I just have the skill. You know what I mean? I just have the skill to build. I can build anything. That's why I'm so impressed when I see Pastor Dow doing what he's doing, because he's not just skilled, but he's like a master carpenter, a master contractor. He's very educated in the business. So stuff like that always, and that's how I found Pastor Dow. If you want to know, that's how I found him, because I watch people that build, and that's how I would learn, skilled trades and different things. See, okay, he did that. Okay, let me see if I can do it. And then once I learn, that's another thing under my belt. I can tell a customer like, hey, not only do I remodel kitchens, but I could put down tiles too. You know how to put down tiles? Yeah, I know how to do that. So, long story, their prices were so low that I couldn't even compete with that, because I'm not going to go remodel somebody's kitchen for such a little price, because the way I did what I did, and those of you who are out there hustling and that's what you do, you know what I'm talking about. You're not going to charge somebody such a low price, because you might not get another gig in a minute. It wasn't like those gigs were coming like every day. So when you did a job, that was supposed to last you. You know what I mean? So if you think about on a 9 to 5, if you work bi-weekly, you might get about probably $1,200 every 2 weeks to about $2,000, depending on your title. I don't know what you do. But my point is, every 2 weeks, you're seeing around $1,200 to $2,000 every 2 weeks, depending on what kind of job you have. So I would have to work and charge a price that would not only pay me for the month, but pay me enough to get to the next month. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the prices that I had to charge was like around $5,000 to about $10,000, depending on the house, the dimensions of the kitchen. Let's say if you have sometimes it was a large kitchen, you can't shortchange yourself. There was one particular gig I did, $15,000, bro. 15 bands. And the thing is, it took me about 3 weeks to complete the job, because again, I'm doing it by myself. So I looked at that and I'm like, damn, 3 weeks. The customers, they want to get in their kitchen. So it's like sometimes they be frustrated. But now when the Mexicans did their job, they finished those jobs immediately, because it was 10 of them. Couldn't do it no more. Couldn't keep up with it. You know what I mean? So had to go get a 9 to 5 like everybody else. So I went, seen a couple of guys in the hood cleaning and doing all that. I was like, yo, bro, how you get that job, fam? What, this? You want to do this? Fam, I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Can't keep up with what, like I'm talking to myself, like I can't keep up doing this, even though that's a skilled trade. So he was like, yo, they have this spot out in Brooklyn over here on such and such and such. You could go there and you could take a test. They got all different types of jobs and things you can do. So at the time when I got in there, they also had a job for a carpenter in New York City Housing Authority for a carpenter, something like that. It was a test that they had. So I took that test because I wanted to continue doing what I did. Passed the test, excited about that. Just a bunch of questions about tools and dimensions and the perimeters and all this other stuff. You got to know how to use a tape measure, not just knowing 3/4 inch, and you got to know even smaller, like an eighth, a 1/4 inch. You got to know all of that type of calculations. You got to know all of that type of stuff. So I passed that, but they never call me. They never call me. Why they didn't call me? I passed the test. Got like a 98 on the test. Moving ahead in the future, I'm in NYCHA as a caretaker. graduated, moved up. I'm a heat and plant technician. I'm start hearing from other guys that are carpenters. I was talking to this Caucasian guy. I was like, yeah, I wanted to be a carpenter in housing, but it's like, they didn't even call me. He pulled me to the side. Caucasian man. Let me tell you something. No offense or anything like that, but they're not gonna hire you. That's what he told me. So they're not gonna hire you. That it's deeper than just passing a test. I think you see all where that's going. And this is a Caucasian man that told me. He's cool, but he told me the truth, right? It have to do with this and who you know. Now, let's go back in time. I go back to the other guys that was cleaning buildings. And I was like, yo, they didn't hire me. They didn't call me. I passed the test. I got to eat. I can't sit here just being idle. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I got to work. Like, yo, like, how do I do what you guys are doing? So they put me on. It's like, yo, they got this program. You can do this. Boom, boom, boom. Whoopity whoop. So I went through with it. Then we had to go through some sort of training and, a couple of other things. It's just this is a lot of stuff, man. Very, very stressful stuff, man. And then even before that, because like I didn't want to just focus on one thing. So I went and I got into some program. I'm not sure what it was called. Something. I'm not sure if it's, maybe it's wrong. I don't know if it's wrong. It's something job Corp or something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something where you go there every morning and what they do is they try to help you to get a job. All right. You had to like get a resume and they send you out. I'm not sure if it's Job Corp or I'm not sure. It's a long time ago. All right. So it's Job Corp. All right. So then that's what it is. Okay. So I went to that particular place and every day you go there, you got to dress up. You got to do all this extra stuff. Got to put on all the shoes and stuff. I like to be relaxed. So I went and you had to go job searching. Literally, you had to go hunt. They weren't playing around but I also was in the training to do what I had to do with New York City Housing Authority. So I finally finished the program for New York City Housing Authority and it was successful. Like I finished it. I got my whatever paperwork I needed. So I went back to the Job Corp and I told them, I was like, yo, fam, I ain't coming back here no more. I'm good. I got a job. They were like, how? Because Job Corp want to take the responsibility that they were the one that got you the job. They didn't get me this one. I did this one on my own. They did not help me because they would give you the listings of different things and then send you out, right? Now, see, only working men know this type of stuff. The Pookie and Ray Ray don't know this because he's busy living off some woman. So as I go through this story, you might see yourself in the same story. And all of this leads up to the topic that we're talking about. All right. So I get hired for New York City Housing as a caretaker. Love the job. I mean, it involves cleaning, keeping things tidy. If you're in New York City, you're ever around housing projects, you'll see caretakers out there hustling, doing what they got to do. Boom, boom, boom. Much respect to the caretakers. Much respect. The reason why I have to get them their props is because they're at the bottom. They're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to New York City Housing Authority. But they're the hardest workers in New York City Housing Authority. Right? So I did that for 5 years. And I can recall my supervisor, She was like, you're better than this. Not saying that, to shame a caretaker, but the point is, she said you could do more. You should become a heat implant technician. It's like, man, I don't want to do that. I like my job. I come in, clean couple of buildings, clean the trash cans, change the bags. Some brothers, they figure, oh, people seeing you cleaning, you're embarrassed. Fam, listen, I'm cut from a different cloth, man. As long as you got a job and you working, bro, I don't care what you doing. You doing an honest day of labor, the world you ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm outside, so hey, I don't care. Were we getting paid a lot of money? No. Weren't getting paid a bunch of money at all. The only way you could have even make any sort of money, which is still ain't nothing, is if you did a lot of OT. If you a caretaker, you know what I'm talking about. So my supervisor kept pushing me. You could be a heat implant technician. What is that? Oh, you working in boiler rooms. Working no boiler rooms, man. The place is gonna blow up. I don't do that. I'm good where I'm at. See, I was complacent where I was. I was stuck where I was because it was comfortable. And a lot of times we get comfortable and the Most High may want to move you out of there because he's trying to promote you. But you don't want to go. You're comfortable, right? So my supervisor was like, come to the boiler plant. I can show you around. It's like, nah, I'm good. So then one particular day, the test came out to be a heat implant technician. My supervisor begged me, go take the test. Go take the test. You don't need to do this caretaker stuff no more. Go take the test. I'm like, nah, not doing that. So I didn't go to take the test. I was supposed to leave and go. I didn't. So the next day, I guess they had like another test it was 2 days they were testing. A woman from the office where they took the tests at called my cell phone. I never gave her my number. Must have been the supervisor. I don't know. Had to be. Call my phone. I'm in the basement changing a compactor. Those of you that are caretakers, you know what compactors are, right? So I'm changing the compactor, boom, 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 because sometimes you come into work, the trash is coming down the chute and people don't put the damn chain on the bag, and next minute all the trash come out of the compactor all over the floor and everything. You got to clean that up. So I'm cleaning it up. Phone ring. Hello? Yes. Hi. Are you such and such? Yeah. Okay. Would you like to come down to take the test for a heat implant technician? We have one spot open. One spot. I'm on the phone. I look outside. It's pouring raining. I'm talking about cats and dogs raining. I said, okay, is it like tomorrow in the week? Because, I figure she's calling me to give me a heads up that I could come in on Friday or I could come. She said, no, I need you to be here before 6 o'clock. It's pouring outside. I'm tired. The last thing I want to do is leave this job to go to Manhattan to take a test. You gotta be kidding me, man. So I'm looking at everything. I'm like, yo, when I tell you, I'm looking at the compactor and I'm on the phone like this, like, She said, "You gonna come?" I was like, "All right, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna come through." So she said, "You sure you're gonna come? Don't let me down." I said, "Nah, I'm coming. That's my word." "You sure?" I said, "Miss, I'm sure I'm coming down." She's like, "Okay, good. We'll be waiting for you." I'm like, "We'll be waiting for you." It's like one spot left. Who gave her my number? I don't know what's going on. So I get down there. Go into the classroom, see all these other people in there, everybody there for the same reason. We all trying to take this test to get out of the caretaker title. All of this is inside of housing. You move up, you make more money, and you don't have to change compactors no more, which everybody hate doing. Put the test in front of me, looking over the test. A lot of stuff on that test. I'm doing the test. Some of the questions I didn't know, but I'm trying to, I was always taught, if you don't know the answer, knock out the two answers that makes no sense and kind of leave the two that make sense, and then kind of make sense of which one make the most sense. So that's how they taught me how to do tests. I guess it worked. I got about a 90 something on that particular test. So once I got that situated, we had to go to like this thing called these classes that you go for training as an HPT. And then at the end of the whole course, you would take another test to get a certificate. You know what I'm saying? Do I even have that certificate? I don't even have it. Wait. You already done know my government. So you already done know I'm not talking crap. So as you can see, I'm official. So I get the job as an HPT, right? And I'm there doing my thing. I'm learning the trade of being a boiler operator. And when I tell you, when I went through the classes for all the training, I passed every test during the heating plant technician course. I passed every test. Hundreds, 90s, hundreds, 90s, hundreds, 90s. Every test. Right? So once I got into the field, I linked up with a Guyanese brother that took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that brother. He know who he is. I also was under the leadership of another brother. You know what I'm saying? Another brother that had passed away. You know. And it's sad too, because, like, he had just got promoted to be a super. You know what I mean? And he had passed away, so it's like, it's crazy. And the thing is, when he passed away, it's like we had a meeting, and I'm going ahead in the future. We had a meeting Because the thing is, when I got into Heaton, he was the first super that I met. And I remember we had this speech, this big speech. As soon as I came in off the boat, it was 3 of us, 3 fresh new HBTs off the boat, and sat us down. And I don't want to put none of their names out there. I would, say his name, but I don't want to put him out there. You know what I mean? But we were at Van Dyke houses. That's where this particular super was, in Heaton. And he pretty much was controlling the Brownsville area, Van Dyke, Brownsville houses, Cephalo houses, Glenmore, all the housing projects in the area. And I remember he sat me down and he was like, look, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you cats. Y'all coming into Heaton, y'all not caretakers no more. You know what I mean? I need official guys here. And he started laying down the law straight up. You know what I'm saying? With a few explicits in there and there and there. But I don't got no problem with that because I recognize the real. He's a super, so it's like he's given the game. You know what I mean? So he started to school us on what kind of work, like what he's expecting out of you. He's demanding that y'all be at the top of performance. Y'all came out of this course where y'all supposed to know things. So he started putting us through the test, asking us questions like, what do you do on a boiler when this happened? What do you do with that? And let me tell you something. In the boiler plant, fam, I'm extremely skilled. You know what I'm saying? Extremely skilled. One of the best ever to be in New York City housing in the heating department. And if you know me, or if you heard about me, trust and believe me, they know who I am. I could run a whole entire projects boiler plant by myself. I don't need no help from nobody. I know about the zone valve controllers. I know about this. I know about that. I know how to make your building get hot. You know what I mean? I know how to balance out the systems. I could do everything, overhauling, this, repairs, all of this other stuff. So, the brother passed away, but before that, moving up about 5 years ahead, he was promoted not to a super, to a where you have he was promoted to an administrator in Heaton. Now, by me saying these things, if you're a person that's in the heating department in New York City Housing Authority, you would probably click on who passed away, right? Let's just say the brother, his heart gave way, right? I'm not gonna mention his name out of respect for his family because it pisses me off just to talk about this. Like, real cool dude, cool. So we had a meeting. I remember when he came, because he was my original super in Brooklyn, but they had moved me to Manhattan. And then I found out that he got promoted because I'm on the work phone. I'm seeing his name. I'm like, oh, snap. Administrator? Yo, they promoted so-and-so. Yo, he's an administrator. That's a good look for the team because it's like, we got somebody that we know who went up to the top. So that means if we had issues, we ain't have to go through the red tape. I could just email him. Why? Because I know him. You know how it is in your line of work. You might know somebody that's at the top, and there's a lot of red tape that you got to go through in order to even sit down with them. But if you know them, you could just pick up the phone. Hello, yo, what up, man? Yo, hey. That's how it was. So we had a meeting. He came to Manhattan. And I remember we had a long talk outside for about 35 minutes. He ain't say, oh, go back to your work location and blah, blah, blah. He ain't say that. We was just talking. And he was telling me, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to be successful in what y'all do. He was congratulating me on, you know, staying with the same energy. Because when we was in Brooklyn, like I said, he was showing me the ropes. He was one of them kind of supers that he didn't just stay in the office. He came out in the field and got his hands dirty. You know what I mean? So a lot of that work ethic, a lot of that mindset came from him that I got for doing heating. So we just finished having a talk at the job area in Manhattan. And he was like, yo, you got any problems that's happening in your area? I was like, yeah, you know, there's a few issues, man. You know, he's like, yo, tell me about those issues. Now, keep in mind, this particular brother was very outspoken in housing. He was one of them type of guys that they didn't like him. They didn't like him for various reasons because he spoke the truth. He was one of them kind of guys that went by the books. I'm talking about by the letter of the law. In Heaton, he went by the book. That's how I am. No shortcuts. When I did my job as an HPT, I wasn't BSing. I went by the book. Was no BSing, no cutting corners, no doing this. Because I can tell you all the secrets. I could tell you all the ins and outs of this and that, all of that stuff. I could put you on game. You know how many videos I got of me doing boiler plant work? I'm gonna start to upload all of that stuff because I don't work for the agency no more, so I can pretty much do what I want to do. Right? So, well, actually, it wasn't Job Corp that did that. I did that. Job Corp didn't get me that particular job. What Job Corp did for me is get me up in the morning to get active. But I'm the one who did the footwork by going to where I saw the guys working, and they gave me the directions to go somewhere else. I did that by myself. That was just the Most High guiding me to where I had to go. So when I finally got what I needed in terms of a job with New York City Housing Authority, I had to go and tell the Job Corp people that I don't need them no more. I'm successful. Look at the paperwork. And they just gave me all my stuff, and I was out of there. Got my whatever I had to go get, and I was out of there. But the brother that had passed away, he had asked if I have any issues at the plants, any issues in the area, any issues with your supervisors, because now he's the supervisor of the supervisors. So if you're in heating, you know that you have an assistant super, a super, administrator, deputy director, and it goes up, up, up. I'm pretty sure there's some people from New York City Housing Authority that are listening to me right now like, oh yeah, he knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. All right, so I was looking forward to the brother coming to the boiler plant to have that talk. And he was like, hey, you should become a heating maintenance worker. You should take the test to become a heating maintenance worker. I was already comfortable just being an HPT. Like, I don't need to be a heating maintenance worker. For what? He's like, you should do it. He said, you'll still be doing what you do, but you make more money. So the test came back out. I didn't take it, but I got mad because I should have listened to when he said to take it. But long story short, he passed away on the job. And the sad part about it is, when this happened, nobody knew how to perform CPR. It's crazy, man. cool dude. You could just go to the office, pull up, be like, yo, having a problem at building such and such, fam. Did everything I know. All the training I got. Still can't figure it out. He'd be like, did you really think about the problem and think about everything? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, there's a way. Think. He said, what's the issue? I was like, well, you know, building 2, there's an issue where the heat is just not going up the line. You know, it's in apartment 4E, it's in apartment G, but in apartment A, B, they're not getting no heat. You know what I mean? I did everything. I mean, the zone valve is open. You know what I mean? I checked the tank room. What's going on? He's like, did you trace it out? Did you trace it out? Did you trace out the line? I didn't trace out the line. He was like, trace it out. Go back and trace it out. It's like, you're not gonna give me the answer? Go back and trace it out. And he started laughing, you know what I mean? So I go in the basement, got the flashlight, and I had to go into the crawl space because the way it's situated with that particular building, the line comes down into the crawl space area. So I gotta literally get dirty. I had to let one of my partners come, 2 of them. One had to stay at the entrance door of the crawl space, and then one had to come in with me. That's how you do it for safety. The reason why one person had to be by the door is in case somebody closed the door. And the reason why somebody gotta accompany you in the crawl space is in case something happened to you. They can get back out and get the proper help, right? So I'm with the flashlight looking around. So I found the line, and I'm tracing the line, I'm tracing the line. Boom. A steam trap. A steam trap. Now, if you understand anything about heating, you have the return line where the water has to come back, the return condensate. It has to come back from the return line because the supply line is bringing up the steam. What happened was the return line, the before and after of the steam trap was isolated, which means somebody closed it. Somebody closed the return line, which means when the steam distribution goes up the line, it condenses and let off its BTUs. That's what pretty much heats the apartments or heats the residents. And then what happened is it transforms from steam back to water, right? And that goes back down the return line. So the return line, literally, it was locked. So it was literally waterlogged. So once I opened up the before and after now, you hear the bang, 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 like water hammer. That's the proper term. All of a sudden now, the people in the apartments, they got heat. Because I traced out the line. So that was the kind of guy he was. Later down the road, the maintenance test came out. Now, all while the Most High is taking me on this journey. I'm telling all the guys, yeah, I'm going in for the test, fam. Scary day. The test they gave us was an extremely difficult test. I ain't gonna lie. What's crazy about the test that I took for the maintenance test, it had nothing to do with maintenance. It's like they gave us a test for being a superintendent of a building. We had to answer questions we weren't even trained to answer. So it was difficult, but I got through it. and I end up scoring like a 88 or something around there. So once that happened, I'm really excited because that means I'm gonna get a major bump in pay doing the same job. Imagine that. You're doing the same job, you got a stronger title, you get to do more things, but you get way more money. So it was a good day. Very good day. So what happened was I went through, did my thing, enjoying myself. And if you are a maintenance worker in New York City Housing Authority, you're supposed to have this. Do you understand me? Only a maintenance worker gets that. So I got all my credentials. I had all the training. My point in making you understand this is that I'm not BSing you. Now, that had to do with deceptive practices because, unfortunately, in many companies, people don't do their job. I'm one of the guys that if I would have remained at the agency, I would eventually become a superintendent if I would have remained. If I would have remained, I would have ended up becoming a superintendent and eventually move my way up to an administrator, to deputy director, because my goal was making sure that people work and did their job without being deceptive. So when I show you that plaque right there, that represents training on understanding deceptive practices because you're supposed to report certain things. You're not supposed to cover up things. You're not supposed to do a half ASS job to cover something up just to close a ticket. You're supposed to do it right the first time. So I took everything that I did serious. I didn't play around with any residents. I made sure I did the job. I took great pride in what I did, right? And once I got into the maintenance field, there's certain perks that you get, you know. It's like you're one of the big boys, so to speak. But it wasn't the goal. I knew I can do more, right? Because my goal was to be a superintendent, because that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to be in a position where I'm a supervisor because I know how to do it. I know how to supervise. And I'm not going to take any BS. I'm going to be cool with you, but we're going to go by the book the same way the brother that passed away did it. I was actually trying to walk in his footsteps. That's the kind of guy he was. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So we moved to the pandemic. Doing our thing, everybody working, I'm having a good time. I have a good team, good partners. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the city, you know what I'm saying? All the fam out there, all the brothers, you know what I'm saying? All the brothers at Vladic. Shout out to the fam, bro. That's the location I had. So if you out there, you probably seen me out there. There's cats that watch my videos that lived in that housing project. But I was stationed over there at Vladic houses and had a good team, good brothers that I worked with. You know, sometimes we beefing, we fighting, but that's what you do when you co-workers. Y'all beef and y'all fight, right? But at the end of the day, we still men, so we always was cool, right? So the pandemic came up. You know, one thing led to another. Everything started getting shaky. They were like, look, whoever don't take the potion, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have to get rid of you. That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to take no potion sauce. Not me. Now, if that's your choice, then you could do what you want to do, but nobody's not going to tell me I got to put something in my body that I don't want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing it. So, in order to avoid that situation, basically, you had to get like an exemption letter. So me and a couple of other guys, a couple of the other maintenance workers, we got our exemption papers. Like, all my stuff was legit. No fabricated stuff, legit exemption letters. They denied all of us. We're talking about men that got families, got kids, houses, things to pay for. They denied all of us. So we sitting there like what you gonna do next? And they were like, look, it's either you take this thing or we're gonna lay you off. And when we lay you off, it's without pay. This is what they did to men that have families. And this happened to me back in April of last year. Back in April of last year, the company and the agency that I worked for cut me off cold. When the money disappears, you see God. When you take away the money, you begin to see God. So they denied me and my buddies because like we would all meet up, because what was crazy about the job, and the thing is, the reason why I could talk about it now is because I'm not with the agency. So if I was still with the agency, I can't do that on YouTube. Most of you that work for certain companies, you know you can't do certain things if you work for an agency. Conflict of interest, various other issues. You know, it's just not something you do. I don't even need a company to tell me that. It's just something you're not supposed to do. Some people do stupid stuff. I know better. So me and the guys, every now and then we would have like our own little meeting in the boiler plant here and there to try to discuss like what we're gonna do about the situation, because it's like we have no choice. It's like, if you don't take the potion, you drown in the ocean. So we just stood our ground. It's like, we not doing it. My partners and them was like, yo, man, come on, fam. Just take it. Just take the thing, man. So we could get back to chilling, and you know what I mean? It's going to be summer soon. We're going to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the ladies and this and that and all this other stuff. You know, we had fun. You know what I mean? Like I said, I love that job. That job, I really enjoy doing that work. And like I said, I had a goal of being a superintendent. But eventually, it was something that they did. They were supposed to terminate everybody at a particular time, but what bought us time was we did something else where we had to appeal the decision. So it bought us, I think, an extra 3 or 4 months. So we were like We were supposed to get canned way in advance, but we appealed the decision, which is crazy. I don't know how they denied our exemption notice, which is crazy because I know a lot of people that had exemption notices and their companies honored the exemption. You're supposed to, especially for religious purposes. You're supposed to. They said no. So that really struck me because I'm like, I was really banking on the exemption thing. I'm like, how you going to deny someone of their religious beliefs, and how could you do that? So once that happened, the Most High told me, he said, do not take the potion. He said, don't take it. Don't do it. So I just continued on with what the Most High said. I mean, I wasn't taking that anyway, but I ain't gonna lie. In the back of my mind, I'm like, you got kids, you got a family. How you gonna pay your rent? How you gonna eat? And this is why a lot of you ladies at times, man, y'all be playing around when brothers talk. Y'all think this is the game. You don't understand what a lot of men go through. You don't know what they've been through, where they came from, the struggle. Y'all be talking about, oh, I want a man making 6 figures. Y'all think it's like an easy ball game out here. Y'all think it's like easy streets. You don't know what a brother doing in order to make $1. You don't know the hell and the hot waters a brother got to go through just to eat. You don't know. So they let us go. They let us go. They told us effective April 2nd or 4th, you are terminated. Now keep in mind, I went from caretaker, HPT, heat and maintenance worker. And I was still planning to go up. I wanted to get to the supervisor position because I felt that I have the ability to lead. And being that I love the job, it was never one of those days where it's like, I don't want to go to work. You know, like how when you get up in the morning, you just don't want to go to work? I ain't have a problem going to work because I knew the job so well. The only time it got stressful is if I had a worker that didn't want to work. He ain't want to uphold his part. And then I had to do his job. That's the only thing that made it stressful. But other than that, I love doing what I had to do. Get my hands dirty, fix things, repair things, change out materials, deal with electrical stuff, open up this, open up that. Those of you that are in the heating department as a maintenance worker, you understand that you do all your work in the tank rooms, you work on the boilers, you work on this, you do a lot of repairs. So you understand what kind of work it is. It's fun. You know what I mean? So when they got rid of the team, they got rid of all the best workers, which is a shame. Shameful how they did what they did. Disgusting. We're talking about family men. See, a lot of times when people lose their jobs, sadly with our people laugh. Ha ha ha, you lost your job, you're on the street, you're homeless. It's crazy. To add insult to injury, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that me and my partners, we worked through the pandemic? We weren't out of work like everybody else. We worked because we were considered essential workers, because we had to provide heat and hot water. So we worked through that time. Being around in the streets, being here, have to be around people coughing with masks and all sorts of crazy stuff. We worked through the pandemic. And that's how they repaid us. because we didn't want to amazing, right? Now, some people might say, well, why didn't you just do it? Get it over with. I got mine. That's you. I don't believe in taking something that I don't want or something that I don't need, especially with the knowledge that I have about that situation. Let me tell you something, fam. The knowledge that I have about that situation, I can't even put it on Patreon. I can't even put what I know on Patreon. They'll shut down your Patreon page if you do that. Those of you that is on my Patreon page, if you're in the chat, if you're on my Patreon page, put a 1 if you notice when I deleted all videos about that stuff. If you're a Patreon. Because I had a lot of videos up there and I deleted all of them. Because they didn't want you talking about it. They didn't want you talking about that stuff. So I had to pull all my videos down. And then I found out some serious information and I wanted to post it on Patreon, but I couldn't. I couldn't warn the people. I couldn't tell them nothing. I couldn't tell them all my findings and what I knew, and it burned me up. You know, so they broke up the team. They got rid of the best workers. And like I said, loved the job, loved what I did. Everybody in the field, in the heating department areas, they know who I am. Had one particular woman that I know, she even hit me up asking me if I want to come to her location because she thought, I guess she probably thought that I was still there. And I had to tell her, I'm no longer with the agency. She was like, what? Damn, I want you to work in my area, because she got promoted to a super. So she's at a supervisor level. And she wanted me to work in her location because she know I'm official. Like I said, anybody in heating that know of me, you know my skills. You know the deal. I could walk into any one of y'all plants and make sure it's operating right. I could go into anybody's tank room, doesn't matter the location. Leave me in there with a tool bag. I'll have that whole place working. That building not getting heat? I bet you I make it have heat. Everything that I learned from the brother that passed away, plus the Guyanese brother, plus another sister, let me not leave her out. Another sister, you know what I'm saying? I think I ain't gonna put her name out there because like I said, I don't want to put nobody on the spot. But let's just say she works near Brownsville. Let's just say she works near Brownsville, right? Right next door to Brownsville. I'm not going to say the development, and it's not Van Dyke, but being that she's in the area, she might works there too. But that sister's, listen, I don't like using the word boss chick for various reasons, but that woman, I'll say this, her name starts with an A. She's a skilled lady. I would say she's a boss lady. She knows her stuff, fam. She knows her stuff. Know what I'm saying? I give her props. And it's not easy for me to give people props. But the thing is, in my beginning years, they put me with her. And I was like, why y'all put me with a woman? hang with the fellas, man. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. That sister, that woman was official in that whole development. Listen, out of all them HPTs that was working, she was official. And she's a woman. She was working better than men. She knew her way around stuff more than men. Men that are lazy, don't even want to work, don't even want to carry their pipe wrenches, don't even have no tools to use. Come to the work site, you don't even got your tools with you. You don't even got your channel locks with you. You don't even got your volt tester, nothing. But with her, she taught me stuff. She taught me stuff. I thought I was a hot shot coming up. I mean, of course, I end up getting to a level where I don't know if I passed her in knowledge, but I'm telling you, I grew real high in skills. But when I came in, I learned so much. I was doing better than HPTs that were there for years. But when I got connected with her, I found out that she's skilled. So I was post up with her everywhere she went. It's like, oh snap, she got game. So that's the journey of where I went. Now, when they got rid of all the workers, and we got the letter in the mail, say you're terminated. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because I never saw myself leaving. Now, this is even more interesting. Before they did what they did, now listen carefully because you're going to miss the bulk of the message and how powerful this is. Before they made their decision, before the pandemic, I wanted to leave the agency. Now you might say, but wait a minute. You said you wanted to be the supervisor and this and that. I know, I did. But I knew I had a calling. And I knew that at my age, if I don't get with my calling and doing what I gotta do, I'm gonna miss out on the opportunity. I'm gonna miss out. So I've been talking to other Israelite brothers behind the scenes for a minute about leaving, quitting, just walking in there and just say, hey, I quit. Because as you know, I've always been doing YouTube because this is what I really love to do. You're gonna also notice that all my lights in the background are gonna pretty much shut off. I think I see one of my pink ones turned off because it's not gonna last that long. So mostly all those lights are gonna turn off. I don't think there's enough battery. So I was gonna quit. I kept telling my partners and them, yeah, I'm gonna do YouTube full time. This is what I love to do. I love producing content. I love talking. Come on, man. You could do that and work. You can't. You can't do both of them at the same time. It's difficult. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people go to a 9-to-5 and then they do YouTube. It's stressful. They know it. And you can't put your all into your content the way you want to because you got more demands coming from your workplace. You have other commitments. But I'm not saying you can't do YouTube while you're at the 9-to-5. You could do it, but it's going to be part-time. But just know, one of these days, you're going to have to choose between one or the other. So when it came down to the pandemic and everything went down the way it was and they terminated everybody, what happened? When you take the money away, you begin to see God. The Most High started to talk to me. He said, I don't want you here no more. I don't want you here no more. That's what he told me. Now keep in mind, I wanted to quit, but I didn't want to quit. And I told myself, these are my words. I told my partner, I said, yo, I'm going to be here one more year and I'm done. One more year. He's like, yo, come on, man. Don't leave, bruh. Like, it ain't going to be the same. You know how it is, guys, when you have a coworker and y'all cool. To see that person go, it's like, that's like losing a loved one almost, because it's like y'all cool and y'all work together and it's like y'all could get through the job and do y'all thing. And when they hook you up with somebody new, you got to teach them how to, it just messes up the flow. So I understand where the brother's coming from. But I got a mission that I'm on. I can't stay. So I was gonna quit. 1 to 2 more years, the most, I was going to quit and do YouTube full time and stay dedicated. Just do what you love, man. I haven't been over there by the old location to see what the guys are doing, kind of give them a shout. I haven't went up there. I got to go over there one of these days and kind of say, hey, what's up, man? Just kind of pull up on them and surprise everybody. Let them know I'm still alive, you know, but when that situation went down, it made me see God. It made me see the Most High in a very dark hour. Imagine you have a wife, kids, and your job just cuts you off. It's crazy, right? Let me see. He said, Ringo, my name is Jonathan Webb. You got the same last name as me. Might be family. That might, hey, all right. Is your pop's name Donald? Now, if you tell me your pop's name is Donald, then I'm gonna trip out. If you say your pop's name is Donald, then maybe we brothers. You know what I'm saying? If your pops live in Texas, then hey, then we must have the same pops. That means that our pops must have been getting it in with other women somewhere. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? And yeah, Grayson said we should always see God. Yes, but you're not paying attention. You see what I mean? Talking too soon. Talking too soon. Pay attention. Because I can guarantee you, I don't know you, I don't know your position or whatever the case is. But until you hit that dark road, until you have your back against the wall, and maybe you had that. Maybe you had those experiences. But if you didn't, and you were in a place where you have major responsibilities, we're talking about wife, kids, bills, and and they pull the plug on you. Do you get my point? See, it's easy to say we should always see God, but you're only going to see him when you really pull the money. That's when you see him. Nobody sees God. Sounds nice to say we should always see God. That sounds nice. But the truth of the matter is, when everything is going good, we don't see God. When everything is going good in our lives, we know of God, but we don't see him. We don't see the need and the importance of depending on him. We don't see or reflect on depending on him until we're in a place of serious need. So it's one of them kind of things where you would have to really be at the bottom in the pit, inside of a hole, to understand. Imagine having plans. Imagine having plans to get a home, plans to get some property. And while you're doing all of this, you're setting everything up, your job fires you. Do you see my point? See, again, we live in a world where everybody expects you to be perfect, having a good time, celebrating, and all of this other stuff. And that's not the way. A lot of people go through things. If you are one who's been through experiences, you would have an idea of what I'm talking about. At the same time, you only see God when the money is pulled away. Because when the money is pulled away, you have nothing else. Your eyes open and you're able to hear him. And when the Most High spoke to me when the job terminated me, he told me everything is going to be okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. So, had nothing else to do, right? Let me just make videos. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. So, my first day being fired, I got it in with my videos. Some of you didn't even know my situation. I'm now telling you. But some of you didn't know. We're talking about back in April 2022. That's when the agency let me go. And if you can recall, in that month of April, I probably put up the most videos you probably ever seen. I went hard in the paint. Bam, bam, bam. I was putting up so much videos, you couldn't even keep up with the videos. Had the time to do it. Because now I'm doing what I love to do. And it's a beautiful thing. So this kind of message is to encourage you, to show you the journey, the story of where and what I came out of and what's happening now. From April 2022 till now, I've literally been doing YouTube full time. From April 2022 till now, I've been doing YouTube full time. You understand? So it's interesting how the journey goes. And it teaches me a lot about life and how a lot of things that we think matter doesn't matter. We turn idols. We turn materials into idols. Now, those of you that are subscribed to the Ringo TV Reactions channel, you know that in the week of last week, well, we still in the week, a few days ago, let's just say that. A few days ago, I got demonetized on YouTube on my Ringo TV Reactions channel. This channel here is not monetized. I haven't used this channel in 10 months. I only have one video. So they demonetized my channel a few days ago. And when that happened, I ain't gonna lie, fam. That really put me in a bad place. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Especially that they never told me what was wrong. But when everything went down, it made me see God. And some people may say religiously, we should see God at all times. You're not gonna see God when things are good. I promise you, you're not. The only people who see God all the time are the homeless. Only the homeless see the Most High every day. Sad to say, we have been trained in a world that keeps us blind. But due to the experiences that I have and that I've experienced, especially the last few days, it put me in a position where my eyes are open. And I realized that what we call life today is a vapor. And you really have to get the job done. Whatever it is you got to do, you got to get it done. And we're wasting our life away right now because our materials, though we need materials to live and we need food and money to pay bills and we need all of that. The point is, sometimes that stuff you get so comfortable, right? You get so comfortable in your security. It's like, let's say you have a job, you know you're gonna have a job tomorrow, you just expect it to be there. Your bills are getting paid, you're not worrying about nothing. But what about when they pull the plug and the rent is due? And you got kids to feed. What do you do? What do you do when the cell phone bill is coming in, the internet bill is coming in, but your job, they got rid of you? Pull the plug on the money source. You see what I mean? It makes you think different. You start to see things differently. You start to realize, like, man, why is it that life is set up in that way where all they got to do is just pull the plug and it's over? But see, a person that's homeless, they don't worry about that. They can see God. And they know by their faith, they're going to get through the day. Whereas we have been trained that You got to have a job. You got to have source of income. You got to do this. You got to do that. But what about when they cut your source of income? You see what I mean? What about when they deny you and say, we're going to lay you off this week. We have to do some cuts in the company. Then now you're stuck. You see what I mean? So all you got is God. All you got is your faith. There's only but so much people will do, you know? Because remember, people are not going to do nothing for you unless God is with them. You see what I mean? People are not going to do anything for you unless God is with them. So if their eyes is not open and they can't see God, then surely God ain't going to tell them to do anything for you. And this is why a lot of times when you see homeless people, the only time they're able to eat or get anything is when somebody has a heart to hear God. And that's how they're able to eat. When you see a homeless person and you feel something in your heart moving you to do something, that's because you hear God. Because you're not going to feed that homeless person just because they're there. You were moved to do it. You were compelled to do it. You see the difference? When everything is going good in our lives, man, we become very, very busy to the point where we stop praying. We stop reading the Bible. We stop thanking God. Sometimes he have to wake you up. Sometimes he have to pull things away just to make you reflect. Some may say, well, did God pull your monetization so that you can reflect? I don't know. Why would he do that if he know you have a need? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people get too religious. But my point is, whether he did anything or just the world is just evil, life still goes on. And once you learn how to deal with the adversity, once you learn how to overcome the heartache, the pain, once you could get through that, it develops character. You start to develop a certain level of strength that other people respect because they're like, man, how can you be so calm? How can you be at peace knowing that they just cut you off? Well, it ain't the first time that ever happened. It ain't the first time that I've been removed from a job, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still here. I'm still able to do content, just that I don't get paid for it. So, the best thing to do is just do content. I mean, if you don't have nothing else to do, right? Just do content. Stay committed. Because that's what you love, right? So if that's what you love, you're going to do it regardless, right? So if a new story pop up tomorrow, I'm supposed to do content. It doesn't matter if I'm not getting paid right now. That's right now. Tomorrow's another day. You might get some support this day. You might get some support that day. It doesn't matter. The point is, keep doing your job, right? Look on the brighter side. Be optimistic. Put a smile on your face. It's better than crying. It's better than worrying. You know? You'll get a few dollars from this video here. You might get some support that day. Put that support there. Pay your rent. You get what I'm saying? These are the things that you have to go through and develop and build up. And you have to be thankful. And most importantly, you have to hear God. You have to hear his voice. A lot of us forgot how he sounds. Earlier yesterday, and I'm going to talk about this in a video where a lot of us as people, and this is a video that I have. Let me see if I can pull up. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Wrong mouse. I'm glad I didn't click the wrong button. Hold on a second. I have a video that I'm going to be making where I got to get some new batteries. Like how when your mouse battery is running out, you got to take it out of the thing and open it back up. You know? And even when you do that, it still don't work. This thing still ain't working, fam. Who cares? I'll do this another time. But I have a video that's coming up where we're going to be talking about how people are afraid to be themselves. They're afraid of what people think. They're afraid of being a failure. They want everybody to believe they're on the top at all times. They want everybody to believe they're making 6 figures and 7 figures when they're broke. But they want everybody to think they're on top, living a lie. Bad place to be. You have to learn how to be who you are. You got to learn how to embrace the good, the bad, and the ugly. The failure, the defeats, the setbacks, everything. And just be real, be true. Because as long as you're a man and you put in the work and you do what you got to do, eventually you're going to get back on track. Eventually you're going to get back on track. So when you remove the money is when you begin to see God. When you have everything, most of us are blinded. Because we figure we got the money, we can pay for this, we could pay for that. But we're not even talking to God no more. We don't even acknowledge him the way we should. We don't read the scriptures. We don't do this. And I'm not saying I didn't do that. My point is, why is it that when situations happen, it's like our eyes and our ears open up to God? So to get back to my point, yesterday I was, and this is what I'm saying, remember I was just talking about how people are afraid to be themselves because they're concerned about what people think. I don't live like that. I tell you straight, if you've been watching this stream, I think I got a little personal. Started breaking down a lot of things and my whole journey, right? So yesterday, sitting by the computer right here on this side, and I was playing one of my songs. If you look for a song on my Ringo TV reaction song, just type in "Follow Me," and it should bring up a song. I was listening to that song while looking at the whole situation with the demonetization situation. My eyes are watery, tears coming down, right? And I'm sitting and I'm listening to the music. Just listening to the music. Eyes is water down, tears is coming down. Thinking about my mom, thinking about this, thinking about that. I'm thinking about all sorts of different things. And as I'm listening to the song, because the only thing in the song that I'm singing is Follow Me. It's a song about the Most High, where he's saying, follow me. So I'm listening and I'm there, and he's giving me video ideas. I'm writing them down as I'm crying. And it's not tears of joy. It's tears of, it took this to make me hear you. It took this for me to hear you. How many more people are in the same type of boat where the Most High is trying to talk to you and you're just not hearing nothing because everything is going good? So it's like, I'm good. Bills are paid. Got some money in my account. I'm blessed. So he started giving me video after video after video idea. This is one of them. This entire stream, the Most High gave me. I don't got no script in front of me. I'm speaking from the heart. There's no cut, copy, paste. This is not a pre-recorded upload. This is me speaking from the heart. He gave me this video. And he said, talk about this particular issue. When you take away the money, you begin to see God, because it's like when you're going through whatever you're going through, you're distracted by worrying about, how am I going to pay the bill? How am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to get this? What about that? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Well, what does the scripture say about that? What does the Bible say about that? It says, take no thought for your life. What shall you eat? You know what's so crazy? Man, I got to pause for a minute. As soon as I said, take no thought for what you gonna eat, the first thing I just thought of is my mom. It's crazy. And that's one of the main reasons why I was shedding tears when I was listening to my song, because I was thinking about my mom. Anytime I think about my mom, I start choking up, man. It's like, it's serious. So back in the day, I can remember there've been times when I first got my first apartment. I remember those days when it was difficult. I ain't gonna lie, it was difficult. And things would be rough. And my mom, even though I worked with my hands to make money and do other things, sometimes I got in a jam. And this was like in my early 20s, whatever the case is. And I can recall times when things was really bad, man. My mom would pull up with a bag of grocery. Said God said to bring you some groceries. And she did that a lot. That's my word. I'm talking about any time it was a situation where it was like either you pay the rent or you don't eat. I get this. My mom. And she did that all the time. And I can remember it because she heard God all the time. She was very, very receptive to the Most High. Very, very always singing, praying, saying God is going to work it out, God is going to do this, always was on my team. And one of the things that she had that I couldn't understand is we live in a world where everybody is chasing the bag. Everybody want the bag, and there's nothing wrong with that. The point that I'm trying to say is we put so much into chasing the bag that we're not chasing the purpose for the bag. We just want the bag, but we don't want the purpose for the bag. And we definitely don't want no relationship with the Most High. This is why when we talk about these topics, a lot of times people get uncomfortable. They're like, I don't want to hear about God. I don't want to hear about the Bible. I want to be entertained. It's crazy, right? So it takes sometimes a traumatic situation to make you see God. Is it possible to be successful and see God at all the times? No, it's not. It's not. It's not possible to be very successful and still see and embrace the Most High, because the Most High want you to trust Him. But when you trust in your money, you gotta listen, fam. You gotta hear what I'm saying, because I'm speaking golden stuff throughout this stream, and it's gonna go right over some people. Some people gonna be religious. They're not gonna understand. They're gonna be like, what are you talking about? We're not focusing. I'm not saying you don't need money or money don't mean nothing. What I'm showing you is that it's like when everything is going good in your life, you're not trusting in the Most High. You're not. You're trusting in your money. You're trusting in the fact that I know I got this money, so I know I'm going to be able to pay my bill. You ain't getting up every morning and thanking the Most High that you have a job and trusting the Most High that He's going to open up doors, and you ain't consistent with that. You're set in a way of automatic. Like, I got to be at work at 6. I got to be at work at 8. I know my paycheck is on Friday. Hey, I'm good. Because your trust is not in the Most High. Your trust is in mammon. It is. See, before my channel got demonetized, listen to me very carefully. Before my channel got demonetized, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. How did you know? The Most High told me. The Most High told me. But I didn't know when. But He told me. As soon as the channel started to grow, and if you're viewing and you probably don't know, we're talking about the Ringo TV Reactions channel. If you're not subscribed over there, go subscribe on the Ringo TV Reaction channel. They demonetized the big channel a few days ago. And when I tell you it ruined so many plans that I had set. Totally just destroyed everything. Completely. Major setback. But like the scripture says, you got to count it all joy and do what you love, right? You love to make content. Okay. Make content. Right? I mean, you don't got nothing else to do. What am I going to say? Hey guys, they demonetized my platform, so hey, since I ain't getting paid, I ain't doing no more videos. I'm going to be making videos every minute. I'm going to be making videos all the time. I'm going to overdose you with videos. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to continue to put out content. I'm going to do new things. I'm going to change this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do all different types of things. You see what I'm saying? So if you ever hit a dark spot in a place where it's like, it just, when your back is against the wall, don't let it tear you apart. Because if the Most High brought you this far, if the Most High brought me from doing kitchen remodeling, being self-employed, all the way to working for New York City Housing Authority as a caretaker, then moving up, becoming a heating plant technician, then becoming a maintenance worker, and then gain all of that experience, sharpening my work ethic, sharpening my skills. Then for the company to terminate me because I didn't want to take the, right? Then to do YouTube full time from April 2022 all the way till now. That's literally almost a whole year doing YouTube full time. That's the Most High that was carrying me the whole time. Well, if the Most High is carrying you, why YouTube didn't demonetize you? How do you explain that? I got an answer for you. I wouldn't be talking to you right now if that didn't happen. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be telling you this. This video might change your whole life. This video would not exist if I wasn't demonetized. The 45 videos, which is crazy because I'm 45 years young in age, and the Most High gave me 45 new videos to do. So that's crazy. Like, he literally gave me 45 videos to do. And I got them all written down. So if this didn't happen, I wouldn't have the 45 videos that he gave me, and I wouldn't have this stream going right now. So you wouldn't even be hearing me. All the other 44 videos that I gotta do, those videos wouldn't even exist in my thoughts and on paper if I wasn't demonetized. Now, am I happy about being demonetized? Of course not. I got a family to take care of, right? But I'm doing what I love. At the same time, you got to trust in the Most High. You got to really have your faith in the Most High. When all else is done, when your back is against the wall, when things are looking crazy, you can't stop doing what you're doing. You can't go crawl in a corner and cry and not do whatever you got to do, because think about it. Those of you that are on the Ringo TV Reactions channel, you notice I didn't put up no videos in 2 days. That never happened. So you know I must have been feeling some type of way. But then I got up and I said, you know what? I'm gonna put some content out because other brothers in these YouTube streets going through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Other brothers are facing their own adversity. You know what I mean? A lot of cats in these streets is we go through it as content creators. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got no problem shouting out brothers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Angry Man. Shout out to Minister Jack. You know what I'm saying? How I know things. So I know those brothers, they going through their little thing. You know what I mean? I know what it is already. You see what I mean? It is what it is. At the same time, you gotta continue to do what you gotta do. You gotta go to another channel to do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You gotta grind, you gotta hustle, you gotta grind, you gotta hustle, you gotta keep grinding, hustle, grind, hustle, keep it going. You know what I mean? We go through things. We go through a lot to get content out there. Sometimes, man, I tell you. You know what I mean? It's crazy stuff, man. We lose channels. You know, it's like, listen, it's one thing to get demonetized. It's another thing to get your whole channel terminated. You know what I'm saying? That hurts. That's not a game. You know what I mean? All your work gone. All your videos gone. How you think a brother gonna feel? You know what I'm saying? How you think a brother gonna feel inside knowing that? So a lot of these brothers in these streets, they put in their work. I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm the type of brother that I let everybody just do their own thing. I stay out of the way. I just stay out of the way. But I'm in the streets. I see what's going on. And I know a lot of times we don't communicate as men, but I see what's going on. I understand the pain. I understand the difficulty when ish happen and it sets you back. You know what I mean? You might have a video that has an issue and it puts you in a position where you can't even go live. You know? They shut you literally out of your account for like a couple of days, 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, a month. You can't do nothing. You can't do no content. And that's frustrating for a content creator. Or they'll just wipe your whole channel out. Give you a nice termination letter. Make you feel real good inside. So, just like on the 9 to 5, when you deal with BS, these YouTube streets is no different. This is our job. This is our career. This is what we do. So it's like I still got my job, but I'm just not getting paid for it until further notice. In order for me to monetize the Ringo TV reaction channel, I gotta wait till I think March 19th or 18th, one of those days. Probably around that time. With this channel here, I'm gonna pretty much try to get all my channels monetized. Like all the channels I'm gonna have monetized in due time. So in order for that to happen, I gotta put in the work. So expect content. Expect content from multiple channels, man. I'm not playing around. You know, I gotta wait till, carnivore. Yeah. I gotta wait till, and that's just to apply. I gotta wait till March 19th to apply for monetization. And you're not even guaranteed to get it. You're not guaranteed to get it. So it's crazy. It's like, I believe that this channel is gonna get monetized before the big channel, because this channel here is clean. I don't got no issues here. All the videos that I have here that's on private, I'm dumping everything to Patreon. Everything. Even if some of these videos are already on Patreon, I'm dumping them on Patreon anyway. I'm getting them all off. I'm literally taking everything off. I don't want not one video from the past on the platform. It's like starting off fresh, brand new and clean. I'm a content creator. I can make videos forever. There's no stopping how many videos I can make. I'm a machine when it comes to content. So I'm gonna be doing that. So now you have to think for a minute. If I wasn't demonetized, would I be doing all this extra work? If I wasn't demonetized, would I be going this hard? Would I be thinking about doing live streams on my other channels and live streams on this channel and building up all the platforms and getting everything going? And would I be doing that? No, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be doing that. So that's the Most High that's leading and guiding me, leading my steps, showing me, don't get discouraged. Because I was discouraged. When I tell you, see, the brothers that I speak to behind the scenes, you know, men know men. They understand when you let off some steam. I was pissed because it was unfair. It was unfair and they never told me what I did. So, of course, it's not cool. At the same time, I've been teaching you folks that you gotta be strong, you gotta stay focused, you can't give up, you gotta keep at it, stay consistent, develop, reevaluate, reflect, seek the Most High, encourage yourself, find something to be happy about. Go look at your kids' faces. Go look at your son. Go look at your daughter. Think about something positive. Don't worry about getting paid. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about being compensated. I know your situation. I understand your situation. Just do the work. If people want to support you, they'll be moved to support you. Don't worry about nothing. Because you never know who's watching your videos. You could be having somebody that's watching your videos that got it like that. They don't mind supporting you in a wonderful way to make sure you good. So it's all about your faith at this point. There was one particular sister that's on YouTube. I remember when the pandemic first started, they fired her from her job and all she had was YouTube. And I think she only had about 9,000 subs. And I remember I had DM'd her, not on some old sneaking in her DMs trying to shoot my shot type stuff. I was literally DMing her to encourage her. And I told her, because when I had DM'd her, I was still at the agency that I used to work for. So I still had my job. But in her video, she said that they fired her. She worked for some sort of medical place and they fired her because she ain't take the potion. So I had DM'd her and I was telling her, I was like, look, you need to go harder on your YouTube. I noticed that you're not really posting videos consistently. I said, if you really want to build and earn your ad revenue, you got to be consistent. You got to talk. You got to, do more. Don't worry that you lost your job. I get it. You still got YouTube. You got a business to run. Keep at it. You're monetized, because she was monetized, but she wasn't making no money really. Because some people on YouTube, they make a few dollars. Some might make $2,000 a month. Some people will make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? And that's real good money, because doing content creation is a serious serious job. You understand? So it's about consistency and staying dedicated to it. So I pretty much was trying to motivate her to keep doing the YouTube thing. And right now, if I'm correct, like her subscriptions, I think she's almost at 50 or 60,000 subs. So her channel grew. I think it's almost at 50 last time I checked. Her channel grew. And I don't know if she's still doing YouTube full time, but I remember when she did her video, she said she's doing it full time because she got fired. But I seen that situation. Then I seen another situation with another sister that probably a lot of you know, but I'm not gonna put her out there out of respect. She was going through her thing. And she made a video that she don't have the money. She got a family, the job, this, that, all this other stuff. And like I said, I was at the job location. So I DM'd her and started telling her to set up a Patreon. Because if I'm correct, YouTube demonetized her. And it literally made her cry on camera. It made her cry on camera. And not no fake tears. She was crying. And when I saw that, it pissed me off because the people who did it were laughing. The people who did it were laughing at her. You know, so I was like, nah, man, this is crazy. They did something, messed up her channel. And I was telling her, I was like, look, start a Patreon page, have a monthly fee, but upload videos so that you can get some sort of income that comes in until you're able to build back up your YouTube and get monetized again. So last time I checked, I'm not sure if she's monetized yet. I don't know if she is. Probably she is. I don't know. But I know she grew. Her channel grew. I think she's almost at 100K already. Almost. She's not there yet. But I kind of keep my eye on what's going on in these YouTube streets. I understand what's happening. You know what I'm saying? I keep my eye to the streets and I know what's going on. There's always a positive if you can see it. Yeah. Definitely. There's always a positive. You have to. Life is too short to dwell on negativity. You're right. You're right. Because, and that's one of my videos that I'm going to be talking about. Is we're going to be talking about how life is so short. That's actually one of the titles. Like, life is so short, something. When I tell you that we don't have much time, we don't have much time left, ladies and gentlemen. We partied enough. We don't have much time. We don't. This life is so short. Today you here, tomorrow you gone. We can't be worrying about stuff that's out of our control. This is why, although it's a difficult time for me and my family, I cannot control what YouTube decide to do. I can't control that. All I can do is just do what I do. Make content. You see what I'm saying? Because, hey, check this out. Before I ever had monetization on YouTube, I was doing content for free. It was actually another sister named Sherelle, one of the moderators. She's the one who told me, Ringo, you should monetize your channel. And this was way back. And I was like, nah, I don't got time for that. I just do videos because I love to do videos. And I did video content since 2006, all the way to a certain year. I'm not sure if it was around like 2015. I think I started to monetize this channel in I'm not sure if it was 2015. I think it was. I'm not sure. But when I did monetize this channel, I didn't really make no money. I didn't make no money. I didn't even crack $2,000 a month on this channel when I first monetized this channel. But that was back then. I didn't really, it's like when I monetized the channel, it didn't even last long because something happened to the platform that made me move to another platform. That's why I wasn't on this platform no more. If you know the history of YouTube, you know that my original channel on YouTube was Ringo for Life. Then we moved to Ringo TV. Then we moved to Another Day TV HD. Then we moved to Ringo TV Raw, which is this channel. Then to Ringo TV HD. Then to the Blackmail Advice TV, which is now known as Ringo TV Reactions. So I've been through, and I have many more channels, it's just that I don't use them. I'm gonna get all those channels activated. But I've been terminated off YouTube probably about, I would say almost 20 times. So I know what it's like to lose. I always say this, if you haven't lost a channel, then you're not a content creator. If you haven't lost a YouTube channel, you're not a content creator. This is truth. Now, of course, some people may have had a channel and they can argue and say, yes, I'm a content creator. Yes, I agree. You are a content creator. But what I'm saying is you're not stronger than that brother. That brother been through something that you can't probably even deal with. You'll probably cry a river and literally jump off a building if you lost your channel. So to see other brothers go through the struggle, go through the adversity, go through and take losses and still able to bounce back and be confident and just keep getting it in and keep doing their thing, that's encouraging to see, because that means that they're a real content creator. That means that they're really official. So this is why I can see it. And even though I don't talk with a lot of the guys in the space, because I just stay to myself. You know what I'm saying? I just stick to myself. I just roll solo. But the good old days on YouTube was when it was before the ad apocalypse. Those are the good old days. Once that happened, man, everybody was thrown under the bus. They threw me under the bus, and I had nothing to do with none of the drama. They put me in there. I ain't have nothing to do with that, but they put me. So those are the good old days, man. That was when you had O'Shea, you had Angry Man, you had Minister Jap. I think it was only those brothers that I pretty much knew. You know what I'm saying? And I think I had made a video. I made a video that was public because people used to always send me messages like, yo, you should do a video about this person. You should do a video about that. And you should do a video about O'Shea. And you should do a video about Angry Man. You should do a video about Jap. And I'm listening to these people and I'm like, first of all, I don't got no beef with these guys. They do their thing. They hustlers. They do what they gotta do. They stay out of the way. I stay out of the way. But see, I remember from back in the day, everybody got along. It wasn't like we were all like hanging out, but everybody had a respect for one another. You know what I'm saying? It was like a mutual respect. I don't talk with O'Shea today, but I respect what he's doing. I respect the hustle. I don't talk with Angry Man, but I respect the hustle. You know what I mean? I respect Minister Jap's work too, but we don't talk. Sometimes I might, shout him out in the DMs or send him a text or whatever the case is. But people were literally hitting me up. Yo, I think so-and-so talking about you. Should do a video. And I think I had made a video one time public, and I said, I would never make a video trying to diss, put down, or even try to beef with O'Shea, Angry Man, or Minister Jap. Because those guys always been official from back in the day, around before the ad apocalypse. I'm not sure if the ad apocalypse was it in 2012? I think it was 2012. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, you remember the commission was lit. Yeah, it was the good old days. That's what I'm saying. But see, what happened is, I'm going to tell you what went wrong. They should have kept the doors closed. And when I say they, I'm just going to say they. Because I never let nobody on no platforms. I think that the doors should have been closed, and a lot of cats should have proven who they were. Because too many cats was able to come in and get their numbers up and start doing their thing, and then it just created beefs. And before you know it, they started going in on the women, because it wasn't like that back in the day. Now, Tommy Sotomayor, another official brother from back in the day, gotta give him his props. Sergeant Willie Pete. Those are the only two guys that I can recall that used to go in on women. Tommy didn't care. He just did what he had to do. But the thing is, he was speaking truth, but he was a little more explicit. But the thing is, in those days, you were able to get away with it. YouTube didn't have that many rules. So the thing with Tommy, as the years go by and YouTube began to change their policies, that's when they started to go at him hard. You understand? He didn't adapt with the changes that YouTube made. And this is what I be telling with a lot of brothers. I'm like, you do understand that YouTube is a business, right? So you got to know how to move, or else you're going to get caught in the trap. Because remember, this is a business, and you got to keep your platforms as clean as possible. Clean. But at the same time, cats was like, yo, man, you need to make a video about this guy. That guy said, no, hold up, wait a minute. You would never see me making videos about Minister Jap, O'Shea Duke Jackson, or Angry Man. The reason why is because during that time, those were the good days. Those are the days when this brother did his thing, that brother did his thing, he did his thing, I did my thing. There was no beefs. There was no issues. There was no drama. The men were able to come into these YouTube streets, and they would gain understanding and knowledge about different issues. Whether you went to Jap, you went to Angry Man, you went to O'Shea, either way, you were able to get information needed. Or if you came to my channel. Where it messed up at is when the AdSense really kicked in and brothers knew that they can make $1. It's like, I don't know if it became like a competition thing. I don't know, because I'm not jealous of none of these brothers. Because I already done shouted everybody out. I already done gave everybody props. You know what I mean? And I already done told O'Shea from back in the day that he gonna blow up before everybody. I told him that. These are facts. He could tell you that. I told him that he gonna blow up before any of these brothers. You understand? So people used to come to me trying to get me to go at brothers. I shut that train down quick. Like, nah. I'll go after anybody else. But them cats, they off limits because it's a respect thing. It's not about competition with me. It's about respect. Now, if brothers compete, you know, that's them. But with me, it's all about the foundation of what made the black sector what it was. It really started in that time with them brothers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had brothers like me on YouTube since 2006. I'm an OG in the space. People know that already. But back then, when those brothers came into the YouTube streets, things were different. There was more of, we're doing this for the brothers. It was a space where men can come in, go to Jap, go to Angry Man, go to O'Shea, come to me, and they would get different perspectives on different issues. Jap made classic videos, major classic videos back in the day. Angry Man made some classic videos talking about situations with child support and some classic videos. And then you had O'Shea, more classic videos. So we had it was like a collection of types of content that men could come in. Nobody's beefing, nobody's arguing, everybody's doing their own thing on their platform. But once YouTube threw that stuff in about you can come on people's panels, man, that's when everything went down south, man. That's why I stayed away from it from the beginning. That's why I was like, I'm not being on nobody's panels. I just stayed away from everything. I stayed away from everybody. I didn't want no parts of that because I knew it was going to be a problem. Because when you put a bunch of men in one space to try to deal, a lot of times the egos get in, because remember, you got a room full of bosses. So at the end of the day, it's difficult at times, especially for black men, to sit down at the round table and talk with other men, because it's like we're all bosses. So how do you actually do that? That's a serious question. It's like, because the other day I was watching a video stream, because like I said, I'm in these streets, and I was watching a video with Jap, right? I think he posted a video on his backup channel. It's a backup channel he have, and he was talking about his situation with Kevin Samuels, right? And he kind of like cleared the air about the situation and kept it 1,000. And he said something interesting in that stream. He just kept it a buck. He said something along the lines of how KS wanted him to come out to, I'm not sure where the location is. I'm not sure where the location is, but he wanted him to travel out somewhere. And the way he put the story was as if though Kevin Samuels wanted him to be down here when he's supposed to be up here. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to show you is, you can't tell a boss to stay here when he's supposed to be up here. You're supposed to bring him up here with you. And I think that that's one of the reasons why, and I'm using that example to talk about how I believe that's what destroyed what was being built back in the day. Because to tell you the truth, the way this thing is supposed to be, all these content creators that are men, black men, yo, we supposed to be controlling a market, not competing. We supposed to be controlling the whole market in these YouTube streets. Heavy. You see what I'm saying? And I think that the reason why things went south is because of egos, probably. Definitely had a lot to do with money and disrespect. When you have men disrespecting other men, and you have beefs, and then it involves money, and then you have a room full of bosses, that's a disaster waiting to happen, because You can't look at a boss and tell him, yo, you're beneath me. Ain't no beneath nothing. What are you talking about? I'm my own man. I can roll solo. So we can work together and build, but I'm my own boss. So it gotta be a mutual respect. Listen, when you're dealing with bosses, there can't be no competition. Can't be no competition when you're dealing with a room full of bosses, because you're dealing with highly intelligent men. So if we go the route of competition, we're just gonna have beef. That's all we're gonna have, because really there's no competition, because in everybody's mind, they the best. Like, nobody can't tell me I'm not the best. Nobody can't tell me I'm not who I am. Nobody. But to compete with other bosses, when you recognize that a man is a boss, there's no competition. It's just about respect. It's like you recognize this is another boss. So I can't look at that person as competition. I got to look at them as one of my peers and just rock out. Let him do his thing. I do my thing. It is what it is. So I think that what ruined everything that was working back in the day was the fact that egos got in the way, and beef, like disrespect. You can't disrespect other men. It's just not going to be tolerated, man. Can't do stuff like that. Or it was Vegas. It was Vegas, right? Trey? Yeah, I think it was Vegas, because I watched the whole stream. Because I always wanted to know what was Jap's story. You know what I mean? And he broke down the story respectfully. You know what I mean? And I didn't want Kevin Samuels to pass away. I didn't want that. You know, people see me making videos about Kevin and they get religious and think that, you know, I hated the guy. No, I didn't hate the guy. I just didn't agree. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't agree with the man because he blew up off of a lot of the work that other brothers done put in. Rightfully so. And other brothers knew. Other brothers knew. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we were never supposed to be beefing. You know what I mean? We were never supposed to be beefing when it comes to this type of situation. Yeah, you had Obsidian. You had Angel Ramirez. He's another brother. I think he lived out in, well, I'm not going to say his location, but I know about him. So you had Obsidian back then. You had the Angel Ramirez. You had a couple of other cats. But my point is, the competition came in. There was no real purpose, like, not purpose, but there was no round table. So men couldn't be able to talk about, okay, I mean, you had O'Shea that always did his thing with the Negro Manosphere. So he did that. He had a lot of other people up there that wrote for him. You had Donovan Sharp. You had, I think it's Rom Wells. I'm not sure if it's a guy named Rom Wells. I'm not sure if that's his name, but you had him. And to be honest, I never even been on O'Shea's site. I never even been on the site. Like, I joined by email, but I never been on his website. I think I probably clicked on it, but I never looked. I never did nothing on that website. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Rom Wills. And then you had the other brother that passed away. What's the brother that passed away, man? The dating, what's the world's the brother? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one who wrote the book, Mode 1. His name is not on the top of my head right now, but he was also writing for, I believe, O'Shea's site. Alan Roger Curry, ARC, yeah, RIP. You had him. So through the brilliance of O'Shea, he was able to put that website together, had a lot of writers. So he really was responsible for bringing a lot of brothers together. Nobody could take that away. Nobody could take that away. If there's anybody in these YouTube streets that brought people together, it's O'Shea Duke Jackson. Even though I don't talk with the brother now, for whatever, maybe, you know, due to his affiliation with Kevin, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But he is responsible for bringing brothers together. You know what I mean? So there's always been a mutual respect. That's why I never talked about these guys. I never said anything disparaging or any insults. I never said nothing, because it's all about respect. You know what I mean? But those were the days when what was known as the manosphere was official. It was lit. But something happened, man, with them panels. And now look at it. It's a mess now. That's why I'm not in no manosphere. You know what I'm saying? So don't associate me with no manosphere. Don't associate me with this person and that person. We're in 2023. I'm a whole different person. I don't got no time for the drama. Straight like that. You know what I mean? Hold up. Sean Owens is not a moderator? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get that wrench for you, bro. Wait a minute. How do I add? Hold on a second. So look, there's such thing as a standard. They have different types of moderators now. Hold on a second. This is weird. I've never seen this before. I guess YouTube have some new feature. Okay. There's two different types of moderators. I got to read up on this next one. It's something here called add as managing moderator. I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to look into that. So hold up. How come I didn't have you as a moderator on this platform? That's crazy. As Sean. I didn't even have you as a moderator on this platform? That's weird. Well, you're a moderator now, so that means I probably don't even have Sherelle and them as a moderator. Yeah, so getting back to the story, yeah, it's some new feature. I just now seen it. I have to read up on it and find out what it's about, because if it's something different, then I'll just upgrade your moderation. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? Only the moderators that be the most active, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna look into that feature and find out what's going on with it. But one thing that was in that video that Jap spoke, man, that was like, it was deep. He said something along the lines of, and this is his quote, so he said he would have hoped, or he wished that it would have been, I believe it was Donovan Sharp, that would have had rose to fame the way Kevin did. Because to be honest with you, and I talked about this in videos, people got mad at me when this happened. I was telling everybody before everything went down. Yeah, that's what Jap pretty much said in his video. If you watch his video, you could see it. He talked about how he wished that Donovan Sharp would have had that viral moment, because I guess maybe Jap felt that Donovan had more of a business mindset of what unity mean. So he's not gonna get to his success and then forget everybody else, or try to keep them on the bottom. And see, this is the problem that I had when Kevin Samuels blew up. People kept getting mad at me, and I kept saying, look, this guy ain't helping none of you guys to grow. That's a problem. I mean, if you supposed to be representing the brothers, You at the top of the mountain, bring a couple of these guys on your platform, let them shine, let them rock out. You know what I mean? You bring in these women, you bring in these celebrities, you bring in all these people, bring the guys on the platform, fam. It's crazy. You understand? So I always had a problem with that. I always had a problem with Kevin Samuels and the fact that I felt that he wasn't bringing none of the brothers up, but then he made his choice of who he wanted to F with, and I saw the writing on the wall, so I already knew what was coming. Believe it or not, I already saw what was coming. And a lot of people got mad with me because of my videos. A lot of people got mad and said, oh, you hating on the brother. It's not about hate, fam. It's about the mission statement. It's about the mission. The mission is, if you rise up as a brother in these YouTube streets, you supposed to help the next man out. You know what I mean? Especially if you came from the dirt, you're supposed to help the next man up. And it's like a lot of things got messed up, man. It's like the whole space got ruined. Brothers separated, went and did their own thing. Everybody just, got their own success. And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to everybody, but again, we go through a lot of dirt in these spaces. There's a lot of beefs, and it shouldn't be like that with men. And see, a lot of times when you go through difficulty, now think about this. If I wasn't demonetized, would I be talking about this? You see what I'm saying? If I was still monetized on my other platform, would I even be talking about this? Do you see how life is? Now, it could be a situation where I'm talking about this and the other guys might hear me talking about this, or somebody might say, yo, Ringo actually shouted you out, yo. Yo, so-and-so, hey, yo, Ringo said, yo, he showed love. Oh, snap. You see what I mean? So you never know how life moves and how things turn in a certain way because of a circumstance. It brings people not necessarily together. It kind of just makes people become different. So like how I just roll solo. You never know what the future holds. YouTube have this new thing. I seen it rolled out on Twitter where I think there's something in these YouTube streets where y'all can go live at the same time or do something. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure. It's something with live streaming where you could pretty much share a live stream, or I'm not sure what it is. But my point is, as men in these streets, we have to get out of that mindset, man, of it's just about me. You could do your thing, but it got to get to a point where the purpose is still there. Like the reason why you do what you do. Of course you want to make money. Anybody that's here that don't want to make money is a fool. Straight like that. I ain't here to stop nobody hustle. You know what I'm saying? You getting money, get your money. Do what you got to do. At the same time, there got to be respect, man. Got to be respect, and all the hate, secret jealousy. Those type of things is a cancer, man. That's the thing. At Rollo, KS downfall, not letting the people who help him to come on his platform. That's what I'm saying. It's like, look, and I'm not speaking about the man in any bad way. This is just the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to learn, you got to learn from these things. Remember, my video is all about, right now, remove the money is when you begin to see God. This is exactly what happens when the money get removed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people looked up to Kevin. A lot of people depended upon him because Kevin was that guy. You know what I mean? He was the man. There's no way you could put that. He was the man. He was the man of the hour. But see, there's a responsibility that comes with being a man of the hour. There's a responsibility that comes. And with that responsibility, much is given, much is required. He didn't use that platform to get the brothers on the map. He never used it. That's sad. This is why, even though my platform got demonetized and I'm basically doing videos for free, I'm still doing my job. Still doing my job. I'm not going to not put out content. Just to know that he had a platform with 1 million+ subscribers and never invited none of the brothers. None. To come up there and rock out. Just have a panel on the platform. Bring them on, invite the brothers. Hey, come on out. Y'all could come to the studio. We could do this. We could get you brothers on the map. Build up this ecosystem of men. Squash the beefs. There's a lot of situations that could have happened that could have squashed a lot of beef. My beef with Kevin, my only beef with Kevin. You want to know what my beef with Kevin was? I'm going to tell you right now. Kevin Samuels made a video suggesting that the only men that are capable of having more than one woman are high-value men. That pissed me off because I'm like, who are you to say this? So you're telling me that if a man have money, only he's able to have more than one woman, but if a man don't make a lot of money, he can't have no woman. He's just a nobody. No woman should get with him. And basically what he did in that video is he made women look at men that don't make a lot of money and said they're not even worthy of having another woman because of how much money he made. When I heard that, that set the fire off because that was disrespect. I looked at that as disrespect because during that time, I was teaching on the subject of polygyny, heavy. Always been teaching on a man can have more than one wife. And he watched my videos. Kevin Samuels watched my videos. Let me tell you, look. Kevin Samuels watched my videos. He watched Angry Man's videos. He watched Minister Jap videos. He watched everybody videos. He looked at everything that everybody was talking about. And as his channel blowed up, he was talking and using our talking points on different things. And what was sad about this is everybody looked at Kevin as the originator. And even Jap talked about certain things concerning that. Even Angry Man at times talked about situations like that. I talked about situations like that. I heard many of my talking points. And see, one thing you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, a talking point is very serious. It's somebody's intellectual properties. You know what I'm saying? It's someone's intellectual properties because we know where it came from. It's like if Jap says something, we know that's Jap. So if you try to use one of his talking points in your live stream and you don't say shout out to Jap, something wrong with you, bro. We're gonna look at you funny. And if I'm correct, I'm not sure if it was the same video, but there was another video that Jap played. I couldn't even believe it. I was shocked. I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, you had a dude in the video stole Jap's whole line, everything, and was saying it with a straight face. Not only that, dude tried to look like Kevin Samuels in the video. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Dude copied the whole style. There's somebody on YouTube right now that literally copied all of Kevin Samuel's videos, and all he posts is Kevin Samuel, and making a pile of money and gaining subscribers off of Kevin Samuel's body. But people mad with me because I made videos about Kevin Samuels, but they don't got nothing to say about that person that hijacked his whole channel. Do you see me taking Kevin Samuel's videos every single day doing reaction videos? No. For what? For what? What am I using his videos for? The only video I talked about, I believe, is the average at best video. There's one other video that I'm going to do is with him and Kendra G. I don't think I ever did a video about that. But there's one person I seen on YouTube, man. The person's entire channel is nothing but Kevin Samuel clips. My goodness. All you see is Kevin Samuel clips. I'm like, that person have no respect. None whatsoever. You know? It's crazy, man, but my point is, a lot of content creators are going through a lot. I'm hearing that even, I don't know if Obsidian got back his monetization, but I believe that he was demonetized. I'm not sure if he was. I think it was. I'm not sure if he was demonetized. But my point is, a lot of guys in the space go through the BS, man. We go through everything trying to survive these streets. It's difficult, man. Some of us get to the top and get knocked all the way right back down to the bottom. So that's why you gotta be thankful, man. You gotta be thankful of the good times, the bad times, and learn how to reflect. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm reflecting, cleansing my spirit, being free. You know what I mean? Some other cats, they don't have that ability to do that. You know, some people stay with grudges, angry, and they don't know how to move on from hurts and pains. They just stay with that grudge forever. You know? I would have hoped that Kevin wouldn't have passed away. I didn't want that man to pass away. As much as I exposed him and had a good time having jokes and laughing, that right there, was serious. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that he was doing wrong, and judgment comes. I talked about that in my videos. Judgment is going to come, people, because he was doing some things and it didn't sit right with me. Other guys in the space kind of watched and they kind of like probably went on with it, but I was like, his message wasn't real, because he's telling you one thing, but he's doing another thing, and he's not putting none of the brothers on. Come on, man. He formed his little clique, and y'all know how I feel about his clique. You know what I mean? He's keeping it 1,000. I ain't too fond of everybody like that. That's why I roll solo, because I can read people and I can sense people when they have evil spirits. You know what I mean? But I always kept it official with everybody. People respect me, I respect them. You show disrespect, I leave you alone. I just fall back, leave you alone. You know what I mean? A lot of the guys in the space, they got their name. Everybody got their name. That's why I said, when you're in a room full of bosses, there got to be respect. It ain't about competition. When you're around boss men, there can't be a competition. It can't be a competitive. We're not competing against one another. We supposed to be competing against them. Those people, them guys, that industry. That was the downfall of what was being built from back in the day. You understand? That was the downfall. To the moderators, get that person out of here that's saying polygyny is a sin. I don't got time to play games. Seriously. Here we are talking about serious business, and this person is talking about polygyny is a sin. Doesn't even make any sense what I'm hearing here. But this is what we got to deal with. Rather than people pay attention, they're focusing on what's a sin. Do you see what I mean, people? I'm here dealing with serious talk throughout this entire stream. This person is talking about polygyny as a sin. This is why we can't grow. This is why we can't come up. Religion, people don't know scripture, they don't know what's going on. Sin. Polygyny is a sin. But Jacob had 4 wives, right? Jacob had 4 wives, but polygyny is a sin. This is why, people, I'm telling you, this is a terrible thing to waste. Polygyny is a sin, but David had hundreds of wives. Solomon had hundreds of wives, thousands of women. But polygyny is a sin. Wow. Crazy. Let me see. But yeah, man. And let me also respond to that. Rollo said, Sean, it was a classic when you all came on. I appreciate that. That's another thing. Like with Rollo, you and the guys, cause you know I'm busy. You know I can't be everywhere with everybody else's platform. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm my hands is tied. I got a lot of things that I got to do. But my suggestion, you know what I'm saying? You, Cool Gent, what's the other artist guy? Divinely the artist. Sean, you know what I'm saying? You guys need to form a team. You know what I mean? Form a team and do live streams and do them every day. Whenever I don't know what your time schedule is, but from me on the outside looking in, that's y'all thing. Because Rollo could do his thing solo. You could do your thing solo. Cool Jen could do his thing solo. But when you guys come together and y'all doing your thing, it becomes a whole new world. And you have to learn from other content creators on YouTube that have panels all the time. And learn from their mistakes. Whereas when they're on their panels and they're arguing all day and cursing each other out and beefing all the time, instead, your panel is focused on brotherhood and men actually talking about real talk, breaking bread, come up with the ideas, work that out through the DMs, talk amongst yourselves about, okay, this is the topic we're going to cover. We got about 10 topics, and bust those topics out in the week with the 4 of the brothers or whatever amount of brothers it is. Come together and build, because if you learn from the mistakes of other men that have failed, it will help you to grow in these YouTube streets. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're trying to figure out why your channel is not growing or why this is not, it's because you're supposed to be working with this brother. You're supposed to be working with that brother. I can see it. Because when y'all come together, people will come in and watch. Like, okay, cool. Another episode. Rollo, Sean, Cool Gent, Divinely the Artist, and the other brother. And y'all just stay committed to that. Create a name. Have a description on what your mission statement is. And keep it going. Plan it out. This is what we're going to be doing. And work together as men. In the process, while you're working together, rotate the flowers. What am I saying? 1 week, you're on Rollo's channel. The next week, you're on this channel. Or keep your channels respectfully to yourself. Make an entirely new platform. One platform that you guys control. Meaning all of y'all got access to that channel. You all have access to that one channel. Get it monetized, build it up, and do joint live streams on that particular platform all the time. You want to take it to the next level? I don't know where everybody live at. I don't know. But see, these are the type of things that Kevin should have did. These are the type of things that should have been done. Where there's a studio and all the brothers may be in the location and we go to the studio and they have a crazy great podcast. Look at all these other big channels, how they got their podcast. They got all these different people that come in there and they all got microphones and they all doing their thing. Now imagine if all the big names actually did that kind of work. You got all these other platforms that popped out of the blue. Their channels blow up, but yet we've been in the space for years and we can't even eat. But all those other platforms, they eating good because we're focusing on ourselves. We haven't seen God yet. We're focusing on the money. We haven't seen God, so we're unable to work together. Now, if I was selfish, you think I'm gonna tell the other guys they need to work together like that? Because you have to recognize your weaknesses in order to understand your strengths. You gotta work together. See, this is why you have to give credit to O'Shea, because, like I said, he's a smart guy. Even though there have been a lot of beefs and O'Shea is one of the best with the roast. I mean, I could roast somebody, but I just stay out of the drama. But O'Shea is good with the roasting. I mean, all the brothers are good with roasting. I seen a lot of damn roast, man. I seen a lot of people get cooked. But see, all of that cooking and roasting, that stuff is bad for business. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that mess no more. Can't do that mess no more, man. We grown men, fam. Like, seriously, all that roasting and beefing, man, I don't got no time for that, fam. We got to get this bread. You know, I just been demonetized, so I ain't getting no bread from no YouTube right now. So I depend on the people that want to support the streams, you know what I mean? I don't got nothing else to do, so might as well just talk, right? Spit some game. But my point is, O'Shea brought people together. He did something that was never done. He did something that was never done in these YouTube streets. Now, it's not necessarily his fault that things kind of went south, because he did what he felt he was supposed to do. Bring people together. It was a business thing. And in the process of doing that, it got his name out there. The problem is a lot of guys that came through that door and some guys that didn't saw what other men was talking about in the space. And what they did is they went out there and started to mimic other brothers. Started to talk about what we're talking about and stealing talking points and doing this and doing that. And they just ruined everything for everybody. That's when the Apocalypse came out, because the women were pissed off with Tommy. And if you really think about it, Tommy was just telling the news. He was breaking down news stories that involve women. They didn't like that. So they took their frustration out on him and they formed a little list and went attacking all these guys, man. Like, it's crazy. But now, y'all better peep the game that Jap spit the other night, man. Y'all better peep that game. I've been telling you this, guys, for years. And Jap said the same thing in his video, which confirmed what I've been saying for years. You guys been thinking that women are the ones that was the enemy. Nah, man. It's dudes. Men. They the ones that are the haters, man. Sad to say. It's crazy. Some of these dudes, man, be hating you low key. You be thinking it's the women. No. It be men. They mad at your grind, your hustle. Some of these cats be thinking you be making millions of dollars. I had somebody DM me talking about, yo, I know you got it like that. You this and that. Got it like what? Fam, I'm in the hood, bruh. I'm not in no suburban neighborhood. I'm not, in some gated community. No, I'm in the hood. What are you talking about? Some people be, I don't understand. It's like they see the studio, right? See all my lights are turning off now? All the pink lights, they gone because the battery can't last that long. I'm going to update all of that. Where I have steady lights that just stay on forever. Those are rechargeable lights. But some people, they look at the studio setup and they be like, you're rich. No, I'm just smart. I buy the tools that is needed to do the job. You understand? I buy the tools that is needed to do the job, and I invest in the work. So when people support me, I buy the tools, get paid through YouTube. I bought the tools. Demonetized right now, but it's not gonna last for long. Next month, at the end of the month, I just reply again, reapply. Hopefully it go through and I get back in the game. When this channel reaches certain, I think with this channel here, the only thing I gotta do is reach 4,000 watch hours. Once I reach 4,000 watch hours, I'm applying for monetization on this channel. It doesn't mean you making a truckload of money, because people think once you hit monetization, you making thousands of dollars immediately. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. It don't work like that. You got to put in a lot of work, make a lot of videos, and if nobody's watching the videos, you ain't getting paid. You understand? It takes a lot to build a platform. That's why I always say, support the work. You know what I mean? You appreciate the work that I'm doing. You appreciate the time. You know what I mean? Contribute, sponsor the streams, because I'm putting in time, a lot of time, and I'm not even getting paid for it. But I'm doing it, and I'm not giving you no album fillers. I'm giving you content, and I'm on camera. All right? So yeah, man. Yeah, people definitely will be quick to judge you, brothers, based off of subscribers, likes, and views. Yep, that's it. That's just the way it is. It's a sad thing, but you'd be surprised how people look at you differently when you have a lot of subscribers. And the reason why I don't get all excited over everything, you probably wondering like, Ringo, you hit 100K, blah, 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 blah. You got a check mark, verified. Fam, 100K verified channel, demonetized. Doesn't make sense, right? It's not all that exciting, fam. What did I say? If you take the money away, when you take the money away, is when you'll see God. When everything get pulled from beneath you and you're unable to make money on your big channel, who are you? See, sometimes people hide on their channel and they let their channel become their life. Look, fam, don't let your channel become who you are. Be who you are without your channel. Man, going to say that again. Don't let your channel become who you are. Be who you are without your channel. Because look, and again, I'm not throwing no shots at any of the brothers, but I know what we go through. So I'll just say it this way. Because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. We have to learn to be who we are without the status. See what I mean? It's like, just because I got more subscribers than Sean, just because I got a check mark, does not mean he's less of a man. Get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm on a high horse to the point where I can't say or give the brother a shout or support the brother or whatever the case is when I can. And I think that a lot of times as men, and see, this is what ruined the space. I'm telling you, this is what ruined it, man. Listen, what ruined the space, monetization, disrespect, egos. That's what caused all the damage. Monetization, once the money side came in and brothers started to realize there's money in YouTube, and then the disrespect came in and the egos. Like I said, when you're dealing with a room full of bosses, there got to be a mutual respect in order for us to even have a conversation. I'm just telling you straight. If you have a room full of content creators that are official, that have been in the game, that's going to be a heated table. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be a table that's going to be a heated table because you have a table full of bosses. So there got to be some sort of respect from the gate because everybody think they're the best, right? Okay. So if everybody think they're the best, okay, we got that out the way, right? Everybody think they make the best videos, right? Everybody feel they got the best productions, right? So there's really no competition. The way it's supposed to be is that men are supposed to utilize the reach and build the ecosystem. I don't know how, because it hasn't been talked about. But we're sitting on top of not even just a multi-million-dollar empire, man. We're talking about. And you know, some of these brothers have reached a certain level and they've forgotten about everybody else. And it's sad. It really is. It's really sad. It's sad how the world has become. It's unfortunate. It's just, will it ever get there? I don't think so. I think the damage has been too far gone, and it's like, I don't think that it can be even fixed at this point. I don't know. It's just bad. It's like, and I roll solo, but even though I roll solo, it doesn't mean that in due time, if there was some sort of situation or there was some sort of gathering of creators that I wouldn't attend. I would attend. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done, man. All the egos got to be out of the way, man. Can't be none of that, yo, I'm the man and I'm this. No. You're in a room full of bosses. Just respect. Let's focus on the content, not on who's the best and who got more clout and who make more money and who got more views and all this other stuff. Everybody take losses. Everybody shine 1 minute and then they fall. We all go through it. I fell many times. I'm already going through it. Imagine being demonetized, whole family to take care of, but you still doing content for free and you ain't making no money. The only money you'll get is if people contribute, sponsor your shows, support a few dollars here and there, and it get you through. You know what I mean? So we all go through it, but it's not gonna last forever. That's the good thing. You understand? It's not gonna last forever. Okay, they took your channel away. All right, bounce back. Demonetize. Oh yeah, I know it's rough. Trust me, I know right now. It messed up all kinds of plans. I'm not even gonna talk about the kind of plans I had. I'm not even gonna talk about all the things I had set up. It just destroyed everything. But it is what it is. Eventually my plans is gonna come to fruition. But it set me back, big time. Right? So when you take away the money is when you see God. If I was not demonetized, I would not be making this video. I would not even be on this channel right now. You know why? Because everything is going good on the other channel. Do you see what I mean? And most of us content creators, we're guilty of that. When everything is going good on our big channel, we normally don't show no love to our smaller channels. But when adversity come, difficulty come, we find ourselves going back to our smaller channels. Why we do that? It's time for us to become proactive and take all of our small channels, no matter how small they are, and do the same kind of work with the same type of intensity as you would on your larger channel. Doesn't matter how small it is. Doesn't matter if you got 2 people viewing you. Go on that channel, put in the work. Be diligent. Look how long I've been on now. 3 hours. 3 hours just talking, putting in work. You see what I mean? Because on this platform, I don't even know how many subscribers I got. I think I probably got 13,000. I'm not sure how many, 14 or 13,000 subscribers. Ain't no real bunch of subscribers on here, but by me going live, it'll wake up some of the people that have been subscribed here for years, never seen me come here in a long time. They're like, oh snap, yo, Ringo's live on the Ringo TV Raw channel? Oh snap. So for a live stream that I haven't done on this channel in so many months, to have 70 people viewing is a blessing. So shout out to the 70. Shout out to the 70 people that are in the building viewing. Appreciate you stopping by. You know what I mean? If you go through the whole show, you would know everything that we talked about. We kind of just having a little conversation about different things right now. Let me see what's going on. Oh, so it's 14K, 14.3. Okay. 14.3. We're going to build this channel up. I promise you, we're going to build this channel. We're going to build up all the channels. Like I said, I'm in a different zone right now. I'm in a different mindset. Like I said, after the demonetization process, it put me into a state of mind where it caused me to reflect on a lot of different things. And I believe it's what the Most High want me to do, is to build up all the platforms, not one, all of them, put in the work and bring them up, build all of them up and keep them clean. Keep them clean. You understand? All right, I'll check it after the stream at Quadrillionaire. Good username, to tell you the truth, fam. That definitely inspired me right there, that username. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. That's because I'm hungry, that's what it is. Yeah, we did the Tiamari episode over there, and then we said we was gonna come over here. I kept my word, right? So we're gonna pretty much rotate between this channel and the Ringo TV Reactions channel. We're gonna go back and forth. Also, I'm gonna go on the Ringo for Life channel. I'm gonna do that probably later today. I'm gonna stream on the Ringo for Life channel. That's if I even have streaming abilities. I don't even know if I do. But I'm gonna rotate on 3 channels. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna provide content for all 3 of those channels every day. So make sure you subscribe to all of them. What I'm trying to do is get all the subscribers that are on all the channels to the same, to be the same. That way we have locations where we could go to and we could get content, and there's not no drama because I got different spots where I can move and y'all can pretty much catch these videos. And you can build a lot. So I'm trying to do this thing in a way where it's beneficial for my family and for you, the viewer, because there's a lot of changes I have to do, a lot of stuff like I got to reflect on, a lot of work that I have to do, videos to move, delete, a lot of stuff. V-Dub just put the channel for the Ringo for Life channel. So if you're not subscribed to the Ringo for Life channel, subscribe over there because we're going to be streaming there as well. Because remember, I'm not being monetized right now on no channel. I am not monetized on no YouTube channel. So being that I'm going through this difficult situation, I'm looking at it as the best time to go on tour, the Ringo tour, where I just go around on all these different platforms that I have and post content, building them up, going up, building them up. And before you know it, all of these channels are gonna be monetized. Every last one. Every last one. And I'm gonna build them up smarter, a very, very smart way that's different from what I've been doing. See, you learn from whatever it is. Even though YouTube never told me why they demonetized. I mean, they told me, but they never told me. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense. They said what it is, but they're not specific. So it's like, I don't even know what's the problem still. I don't know what videos caused it. So I got to remove videos from the Ringo TV reaction channels. In my opinion, I think it's the YouTube shorts. I think it's that, you know what I'm saying? It seems like that's affecting a lot of people right now. So I'm just gonna get rid of all the shorts. I'm not gonna really rock with posting anything with shorts if it doesn't include me. If I'm not in the video, I'm not posting it. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. You know what I mean? If I'm not in, cause you know, like I make a lot of shorts and I edit videos, but it don't have me in it. I don't know if YouTube is saying that that's the problem because they never told me. I'm just using my brain. If I'm not in the video, logical sense would say delete it, take it off. So I'm gonna clean the channels up, and then reapply in March. Hopefully this channel will have 4,000 watch time hours. That's if people come over here and view. They'll have, if people come over here and view this video and it reaches 4,000 watch hours, I can get this channel monetized before the big channel. But the point is to get, the point of it is to get the content out. You got to keep doing content. You can't be discouraged. And a lot of times when people are not getting paid, when people are not getting paid for their job, it's not motivating. It's really not, you know, because I took 2 days off when everything went down because I was like, I ain't want to see nobody. I ain't want to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all the brothers and the sisters that, you know what I'm saying, reached out. You know, some brothers hit me on the Cash App, you know what I'm saying, with some major support, you know. You know, they didn't even hesitate. They was like, yo, check your Cash App, bro. And I'm like, yo, good looking out, fam, you know what I mean? Because that goes a long way, straight like that. Because I mean, when you're monetized, you're good. Like when you monetize and you keep doing your thing as you build. I'm not saying like once you're monetized, you're rich. You're not. You gotta really grow, and you gotta have heavy hitting videos with a lot of reach. If you don't got that, it's not gonna you're not gonna really make no big set of money at all. That's why it's always good when you're monetized and people still contribute, because it makes a difference. Keeps the lights on. You know, some brothers have to struggle making videos, man. They got to be doing these videos every minute. Sometimes as a content creator, you be mad tired, man. You be tired, man. Like seriously, you be really tired. You don't even want to make any videos, man. You just want to take a break. But if you don't make videos, you don't make money. So it's like, it's just like a job. You know, it is a job. If you don't go to work, you don't eat, you know? So it is what it is, man. Your shows speak volumes. The shorts are just shorts, you know? Yeah, that's the thing. The shows are the real, the shows is the real thing. To be honest with you, I don't even like doing YouTube shorts. I think, I mean, it's something YouTube put in. It helps your channel to grow. I ain't gonna lie. It does help. It helps you to gain subscribers. If anything, YouTube shorts help you to gain subscribers, but it doesn't help you to build an audience. It don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like for example, I had one video that was on my channel. I just deleted it yesterday. I had one video on my platform, right? One YouTube short. I think the video had 4 million views, right? It's not no video that I produced. I could admit that. That's why I deleted it, because I feel like maybe that video had something to do with what YouTube punished me for. I don't know. But I did edit the video, like with some crossfades, and I made the image more close to make it look more original. So I did edit the video, but it's not my video. I'm not in the video. I'm not speaking in the video. So I deleted that video yesterday. But that one video, 4 million views. You know how many subscribers subscribed because of one video? Let me see if you can guess in the chat. How many subscribers subscribed to the channel off of one YouTube short? Could anybody guess? Sean is very close. Sean is the closest. For a minute there, I'm like, how in the world Sean know? V-Dub and Sean is like right there. It's crazy. 11K. 11,000 people subscribe to the channel. So I deleted the video. Now somebody might say, why would you delete a video that's bringing you subscribers so fast? Like, listen, to gain 11,000 subscribers from one YouTube short is amazing. But I'm not boasting in it because I didn't produce that video. I edited it, but it's not my original content. I deleted it because I felt that maybe that video might be associated with it may be one of the videos that's associated with why I was demonetized. I don't know if it was, but I deleted it because I feel that the YouTube team, in their investigation of reviewing my channel, they probably went to the highest view videos. And this is what they do. They go to your highest view and they check it to see, okay, what's all the buzz? This guy gained 11,000 subscribers. This video, wait a minute, he ain't make this video. Because in the video, it's like you could tell where it came from. So I feel that that was the video. Could YouTube demonetize you over one video? I'm gonna ask the YouTube team about that. I'm gonna literally ask that question with the YouTube team. Like when you ask for help on YouTube, I'm gonna ask them, is it possible to be demonetized over one video? If they say yes, that would be the only video that I would believe caused everything. So if that was the video, then hey, I deleted it. I deleted it yesterday. And some people, like I said, they would leave it up because they figure, oh, you're gaining all these subscribers. You might end up hitting 200K off that one video. But here's the problem with that, fam. I don't want 200,000 subscribers just because of one video short that I didn't produce. You get what I'm saying? Because that means that the people that are subscribing are not really subscribing to me. They're subscribing to what they've seen and they're expecting more of that, which means the 11,000 that may have subscribed may not like none of my videos. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to build an audience around the content that I make. So if anything, that would have probably been the culprit. Videos like that, videos that come from another source that you're not even in. That's why when I go back to the other channel, I got to clean up anything. I'm pretty much removing all my shorts. I'm moving all of that because I know it's not none of the other videos. All the main videos on the platform, I promise you, it has nothing to do with those videos. I know, because I've been doing this for years. The problem started when I started doing them shorts. Once YouTube monetized shorts, everything went downhill. So it gotta be the YouTube shorts. It gotta be the YouTube shorts because they said that you're reusing content, right? That you didn't change. So when you think about it, that video that gave me 11,000 subs, I'm not in the video. I'm not talking in the video. I only made two minor crossfades. That's about it. That's it. Not even the music in it is mine. So that's probably why. But they're not gonna tell me. They just probably played the guessing game. They probably figure, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out on your own. And this is why they give you time to reflect. So that's why I feel that that's probably what it is. I feel that that's the video that caused it. Not only that video, but any other video that involves content where you don't even hear my voice, or there's no real changes or educational, some sort of benefit. You get what I'm saying? So I'm removing all of the shorts that doesn't have me, and then I'm gonna reapply. That's how I'm gonna do it, because I don't see what else is the problem. Doing reaction videos is within community guidelines, is within the Fair Use Act. You can do reaction videos with other people content. The only issue is from time to time you get these content ID copyright things, which I can't stand. So when I do reaction videos, I'm gonna try my best to limit the possibility of content ID claims, as well as showing too much of the footage. In other words, rather than having all the footage on the screen, and I'm gonna have like a little box, just a little box on the side, and make sure that I'm in the video, like how you see me right here. Like, for example, if I do, let me see. If I do this, right? Let me see. If I do this, right, and I'm doing a reaction video, I'm gonna make the video like this small, like that, and let the video play at that size while you see me like this. Because normally when I do these reaction videos, I'm always having the video all like, you know, like this, and, you know, it can come across to the YouTube folks as if, you know, it just, even though you're within rights, you can do that. But for me, to be on the safe side, I'm gonna do it like how I'm doing it right now, where you see me, but you see the little small box. Just a little small box with the content, and you can hear it. As long as you can hear the voice, that's all that matters. That's how I'm gonna do it. Right? So again, I'm looking at doing things smarter, and make it make sense. Right? Yeah, any shorts that you have that just involve somebody talking and you're not in it, in my humble opinion, is going to jack your channel up. It's going to jack you up. I know a couple of people that got demonetized because of, and also let me throw this out there. Now again, I already got demonetized, so I know the drama. I'm going through it. If you're a content creator and you're trying to come up in the game, and you download TikTok videos, and you just throw them up on your YouTube, figuring it's gonna help my channel to grow, you will be demonetized. You're gonna be demonetized. Eventually, because what YouTube is doing right now, based on what I know, is they're doing a sweep. They're sweeping the YouTube streets. And they may not have gotten to you yet. But eventually when they do, demonetize. You'll see. Do not put them things in the shorts. Do not put them things in the shorts, man. Don't do it. It's like they setting you up, man. Setting you up to fail. That's why I'm like, nah, I don't even want, like, I'm taking down all my shorts. Except the ones where I'm talking. But other than that, anything that involves anybody else is coming down. I have to clean up the platform. So while I'm going through it, while I'm, you know, waiting to be remonetized again, because it messed up so many things that I had planned. Man. But it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to pass either way. I'm not going to let it break me down. It's just going to, you know, you just have to rebuild. Because I have a lot of popular videos on my platform. So the best thing to do right now is just keep the momentum going. Because if you stop, everything dies down. So you got to keep the momentum going. You can't give up. You know what I mean? Remember, I'm human. So I go through things too. right? I'm not invincible. At the same time, you don't want to be down and out. You know? Yeah. Whatchamacallit? What's your name? Tanea? Is that how you pronounce your name? Tanea? Do you pronounce your name Tanea? He said that's okay. This is the initial plan, Ringo. Okay. All right. Finally, I got a name right, because I be butchering people's names. Sometimes I be butchering people's names. And you got the laughters in the background too. That's crazy. You got the laughter smiles that was in the background. Now all my lights is turning off. Look at this. We only got one blue light left, fam. All my batteries is dying out, fam. Damn, man. Really? I had one person, they were like, you're using a green screen. Like, people tripping, bro. This is no damn green screen. Hold on a second. Let me see. See, I got another pink light. Does that look like a green screen to you? Is that a green screen? See the pink light all over the place? Damn green screen. People be bugging out, man. Let me see. Hold on, wait a minute. What the hell's going on? Oh, it's like how you have different colors. Hey, this looks like some magical powers. Some new visual effects. Let me turn this mess off, man. This stuff messing up my eyes. All right. So now you know I don't got no green screen. I never seen a green screen where the lights just turn off by itself. But yeah, I'm gonna go get on out of here. Wow, it's 9:31. That's crazy. I'm gonna go get me something to eat, y'all. But I'm gonna be back on the Ringo TV Reactions channel. So if you are not subscribed to the Ringo TV Reaction channel and you've been on this channel the whole time, be sure to subscribe on the Ringo TV Reaction channel and also on the Ringo for Life channel. We're gonna be on tour. I'm on tour till March 19th. I'm on tour till March 19th. So I'm gonna be going around the YouTube streets, doing shows and not getting monetized. It is what it is, fam. So is that light working? At least my chair light's still working. Why this light is not on? Hold on, man. What? Why this light is not on? I didn't turn this one on? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, there you go. See, I got some more light right there. That one's still on. Anyway, y'all be safe out there, man. Nice talking to everybody. Appreciate everybody's support, contributions, and, you know, encouragement. All right. We will be back. Yeah, we on tour right now, fam. We on tour, you know.
Wow, Ringo, you really on tour? Man, I can't wait to come to the show. This is amazing.
Yeah, so we're just gonna remain on tour, do what we gotta do, and keep a positive mind, right? So again, y'all be safe out there. Peace and blessings to the mods and the chat and the viewers that are supporting this stream. I haven't been here in months, so my apologies to everybody on the platform over here. We're gonna bring a lot of love to this platform, a lot of content, We changing up a whole lot. I promise you, a lot of content is coming this way. You know what I mean? I'm going to do YouTube shorts over here, but I'm doing them with me. And I'm going to like drop little bits of nuggets here and there, questions. I'm going to get creative and do different things. I'm trying to do things different. Have a platform that is free from all issues. A platform that can't be touched. It's just clean. When the YouTube police come around, they looking, can't find nothing. Everything clean. So that's what we focusing on. So it is what it is, man. What's going on? Tavon, what's going on? He said, I'm always recommending the channel to other brothers when I'm out. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I wish more people do that, man. Let these people know. You know what I mean? Keep it alive. You know? Even if I'm not monetized, I'm still here doing this content. You know what I'm saying? From time to time, people support when they can. A few dollars here and there and there. I don't like asking people for money, but right now we do need your support. You know what I'm saying? When I'm monetized, things are good. Even though I still need your support, but when I tell you that this situation messed up a lot of situations, man, it just messed me up. Like, seriously. Put me in a damn place where I don't want to be in. But again, got to stay positive, and that's what I'm going to do. You see the work that I put in. We just did a stream on the Ringo TV reaction channel. I told you I was coming here to do more work. I put in the work. That's about 5 hours right there. And we're going to be back later on again. I'm not playing. We're going to put in a lot of work. So, hey, y'all be safe. You know what I mean? Again, I appreciate the encouragement. It's really encouraging to see people rocking with me, even when I'm down and out and it's a difficult time. I really appreciate that sincerely, fam, from the heart. So I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be safe out there. Ringo TV Reactions. Make sure, again, fam, subscribe to the channel, man. Let everybody know. Subscribe to the channel. Ringo TV Raw, Ringo TV Reactions. You know, tell everybody, tell your friends, share it. I'm going to start to utilize Twitter. I just signed up. I'm going to start to utilize that spot and do what I got to do, fam. So if you watch the stream, this was a very good stream, man. Very, very good stream. A lot of educational stuff, stories. We learned that when you take the money away is when you see God. That's when the Most High begins to speak to you. That's when he begins to talk to you because you can hear him. The clarity becomes clear because you're not distracted by the world. So it's not really about you should hear and see God all the time. The point is, it's like the only way for us to hear God is when we're on the bottom. The only time we're able to see him is when everything been pulled away from us because it's like you got no choice but to hear, which is sad. It's really sad that things is like that. That's why I say homeless people are the ones who hear God the most. The richest people in the world, they don't hear from the Most High. It's difficult for the Most High to talk to them. They're too into themselves. They got their fancy house, their fancy cars. They're not thinking about the Most High, man. It's when you lose that house, when you lose that car is when you're gonna really need the Most High, man. When you don't know how that food is gonna be on that table and you got them kids that you gotta feed, fam, you're gonna be putting your trust in the Most High. But I tell you, fam, when everything get back on track, I'm gonna be doing things much different. When everything get back on track, I'm gonna be doing things a whole different way. Whole different way. Very, very serious, fam. So learn from the video, learn from other issues that people go through so you don't gotta go through them. So that being said, y'all be safe out there. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
If you like our content, Consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%